Hey, good morning. Good morning. We're getting a late start. Lizzie's on the ones and twos this morning. What do we got? Damn, girl. Get the. Yeah, I can't think of another song. Yeah, they're here. I don't know though, Bishy. I don't know. No, they love it. They love it. But man, that's old. I'm gonna give them something. I'm gonna give them something different. Yo, what's up, y'all? Fred guy's up here. Murph is up here. Mashing them down on a Thursday. What's going on, y'all?
Yo, I like the first song. If you
Yeah.
ever want to be happy for the rest of your life, don't
Yeah.
make a pretty girl your wife.
Lizzie loves Murphy. Probably more than me. Oh, shit. Fred guy's down and up. Let's get him. I have not looked at much yet this morning. I feel like things are still up. I've been trying to catch up on some of the vibes on Twitter, man. It's it's hard for me every day before I start this show. I gotta scan Twitter. I gotta see what everybody's talking about. Uh the Chronos chain. We, I don't know how to put this into words yet today. We gotta move on. we,
All right, so the markets this morning when I looked at them looked fine. Right, I think ETH was like at 1550. I saw this morning an update that's coming on crypto.com this weekend or something. I got an email about some system maintenance down for 6 to 9 hours
and that
on the
sounds a lot
31st.
more like, yeah, what we've been expecting. Because nothing really happened yesterday.
Yeah, the crypto.com sent out an email saying I think they got the 31st. They're going to do some maintenance from 6 to 9 hours. I don't know if it's downtime or whatever. I was driving. I couldn't really read the email, but
It's been really hard for us to put together the good information for everybody, um, about what's been happening, what's about to happen, and what's happening right now, um, on Chronos on the back end. Like, they gave us the date of the 26th, which was yesterday, for the Pioneer 11 upgrade. But like we've also been saying, it's not just a singularity. It's not just a switch that gets thrown or a code that gets embedded. It's it's a bunch of steps. for an upgrade like that to happen. So this type of email is what we were expecting. Like they gotta shut the network down for some amount of time to make an upgrade like this, or to make changes like this that will have the effect that we're expecting. I don't know,
Yep.
Fred guy.
Well, it's supposed to be on Halloween, so put your phone
Ooh,
put your phones down and go take your kids trick or treating.
that's good timing, right? Usually it's late at night, um, when they do these upgrades in the States. So we're never really messing around on the network.
Yeah, but this is a long one, a whole day. Is that what it's saying?
Is it a whole day or is it 6 hours?
Oh, is it 6 hours? I thought for some reason I heard like 36, 24 to 36. How much did
No,
you
it
hear?
said 6 to 9.
Oh, okay.
It was
My
like
bad.
6 to 9. Yeah.
I'm gonna open up my email for the first time in days, and yeah, listen, they sent this out at 8:30 this morning, so when we would have been starting this show.
Well, 6 days ago, Crypto.com released an article in regards to their support of the Flare airdrop. So, pretty much 2 years ago, if you held XRP on Crypto.com, they are going to be issuing you Flare tokens. I know that there's been a lot of kind of loopholes that these exchanges have had to jump through for the distribution of those Flare tokens and stuff. I'm not saying that this has anything to do with that, but it could potentially be something to do with that as well.
Speaking of
Okay.
other chains, the DeFi wallet now supports Aptos mainnet.
Yes, I got that notification. 22 UTC. I can't do the math, but you're right. This is October 31st. Probably starts late at night for us. And these are updates to the crypto.com app, to the supercharger and the exchange, to the DeFi
2200
wallet.
UTC. That's take 5 hours. That's 10 o'clock at night. So
Okay.
take 5 hours off of that. So probably about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 or 6.
Oh shit. I'm not seeing how many hours it goes on for though. Will be unavailable from November 1st, 0 UTC. The following features will be unavailable. It's not. I'm not seeing anything about how long. All right, 6 to 10 hours. Here we go. It's up at the top. My bad. 6 to 10 hours. So from the 31st at 5 p.m. Eastern till like 6 in the morning the next day. All right, Halloween night. You guys were right. From trick or treating time until the next morning, don't use the network. And November 1st, it looks like they're calling this crypto.com 3.0. So they can call it whatever they want. I just want the gravity bridge, man. That's all I'm looking for. There's some big things happening today. Let's see. Board Candy minted out yesterday. And tax-free Thunder is ending today. That's a big one.
Check the holders count for the candy NFTs. That's kind of 50% is held by 10 wallets.
50% by 10 wallets. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. They've got a bunch of whales holding that stuff. That came in at the end, which we've seen many times before. I really hope everybody's coming in here this morning because we got important stuff to talk about. There's some vibes on this chain that really need to change. And the quicker we can do it, the better we're all going to be.
Before we get into that, don't forget to check eventually, maybe even after the show, the Thunder chart for that buy competition.
Yeah, I figured I'd shut off the taxes and then go back through. You never know when these whales come in last minute, Murph. They like to wait till the end.
Yeah, you never know.
Morpheus is up here. What's good, Morphs?
Waiting on them whales. No. Actually, just chilling, drinking coffee, and uploading some grumpy ghosts to the IPFS as we speak, 85%. So, yeah, just working, chilling, and I heard you talk about Aptos being added to DeFi, and I am very lazy at doing my own research. Do you know if Aptos is an EVM chain or what it is?
I don't think, because you can't use MetaMask. You have to download. I think it's I can't, Mirage, or I can't name.
Yeah, I mean, they had their own wallet.
Yeah, they've got their own wallet
up
like
until
Solana.
now.
I don't think they're an EVM because they use a different language. They use the Move language on Aptos, not Solidity. So yeah, I wouldn't think it's a EVM.
Absolutely. No copy
That would make
pasting
sense.
over
That
there.
would make perfect sense. I'm gonna Google it live, because what better way is there to do your research? Aptos Labs, production ready, the most production ready blockchain in the world. That's an interesting claim.
I'm about 95% sure that they use the Move language instead of Solidity.
Yeah, where do they put this information?
I read that actually when you mentioned it. I think I read that they used to Move.
Yeah, I watched a couple videos on it whenever I made my wallet.
The Aptos name service is launching. I guess every chain's got to have one. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything here that says they're an EVM chain.
Okay. What we really need though for those EVM, fuck my life. Those virtual name things is like I can look at them as the rings in Lord of the Rings that the men's have. We need one to bind them all. Like, fuck it. I don't need Chromors.eth, Chromors.cro, Chromors, Aptos, every goddamn where. I need one that would bind them all together. And that's like, it's me. It's my wallet on every chain.
Exactly. I'm so glad you came to that conclusion before I had to cut you off, because that's exactly what I was going to say. Our projects are the ties that bind all these chains together, and we got to start looking at it that way. Everybody needs to start looking at it that way. If you hold NFTs from multiple chains in one wallet, you are the tie that binds all those chains together. IBC is the future. This is everything that's happening at the end of this year into next year. It's about connecting the chains. Are we going to sit back and wait for them to connect them for us? Come on, you guys. We've been here long enough that we know how this shit works. We do the work. We get rewarded. If someone else does it for you, you get jack shit. So that's what building means. That's what we're talking about in here every day. You know? And I'm fucking sick and tired of the crab in a barrel bullshit with the projects on this chain. I'm serious. Tweet out the room. I'm going to get fucking fired up today. You guys want to know who these founders are talking about in their tweets? I'm here for it. I did my research. Okay? I'll tell you. I wish they would just fucking say it. Everybody just wishes they would fucking say it and stop making everybody guess.
Oh, that's the worst, isn't it? Because then you're like, oh, is it about
bullshit,
me?
Legend. You do it too, bro.
I don't do it no more, bro. I don't even dabble in this crow shit.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
Yo, because here's the thing, dude. I feel like, honestly, like, I've been dabbling in mad eat spaces and, like, just way different. And you're talking, you know, these spaces have, 60 people? We go into eat spaces, 200-300 people. There's, like, no drama. Nobody's bullshitting. Like, you guys got to chill out with this shit on Chronos because you guys are negative as fuck with that shit, man. Like, I used to do it. I'm a culprit. I'm not going to say I ain't, but I don't do it no more. And, like, it got to stop, yo. There's mad cults. There's mad drama, mad tweeting, and who's trying to expose who.
Right? All last year, it was about who was first. Everybody was fighting about who was first. Who was first? The fucking chain started 2 months ago. We're all first, okay? Nobody needed to fight about that.
Yo, ETH has so many more players and people in it, bro, and they don't even act like this. Like,
they never fight about that.
Chronos needs to chill out with this shit, man.
But you see them fighting. Come on, bro. Like, I'm in those.
Yeah, but it's like
they're
calling
each other's
dumb shit, bro. Like Alex and shit. They're just going at each other like live type shit. But they're direct with it.
They're just like us. Everybody's the same.
But they're
Everybody's the fucking
direct with
same.
it. Nobody's throwing like low key shades at people.
True. And that's why I'm trying to squash this shit, or at least get it out in the open on Kronos, because it's not doing anyone any good. You know, Profits finally followed me this morning. Hey, that's my girl now too. That's my girl now too.
Profits cool as shit, bro.
Yeah, no, Truck was in here yesterday. I was ragging on her, and he's like, "That's my girl." I'm like, "Oh yeah, she follows you." He's like, "No."
Oh yeah, Profits my girl, yo. Yo, it's crazy though, like that. So like, you see a lot of this shit where people like, and this isn't directed towards anybody, but everybody talking about. I've been reading tweets lately today about everybody talking about crofam dead and this, that. Bro, I've been in eat spaces and spaces 300-400 people like invited up to show my project, and the first thing I say is like, project started on the Kronos chain, like bang, exposure. Now you'll hear like maybe 2 people talking like, yo, I came from Kronos or I was on it, or some people might ask you like, what is Kronos? Like, that's how you get out there, hanging out in your same circles of people that ain't gonna do nothing. Like
that's
that
the plus. I know that's the benefit, and people see it as like the struggle. Like that's what you want to have happen when you go in a space and you start talking Kronos. If they say, "Oh yeah, we love Kronos too," get the fuck out of there. Go find another space. That's not the space you're supposed to be in.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like a lot of the Crow people stay in the same Crow Twitter spaces, bro, and then they bitch about no exposure. Like, sitting in your same circle ain't gonna get you nothing, you know.
And like spreading out to other chains is the vibes. So like if another project is doing it better than you, say that. But like cross chain is good for us. Cross chain is what Kronos was fucking built on. That's why I'm here. I hope that's why you're here. Kronos was the first EVM blockchain built on the Cosmos SDK. That is why I'm here.
Fill me in on this drama, bro, because I see so many people posting about random shit today.
I haven't dialed into exactly what
I don't even know what's going on. It's like many people.
I know who everybody's talking about, and it's like, just say it, you know?
I don't know who it is. Hopefully it ain't me.
No, I think that people misread Troops all the time. You know, Troops is
oh yeah, I thought his was either
from
about
that
me
part
or
of the world where, yeah, I mean, like people just read that.
I don't think it's me. I'm pretty good with Troops, so I think it's Meerkats, but
no, but Troops puts it out there. He's always very vocal about what he sees going wrong with the founders on Kronos. And by founders, I mean people that showed up here and started projects, not the CDC projects, not any of that stuff. The grassroots stuff that we deal with here every day. Hey, Jimmy's up here. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, yo, Alpha, what's up? Yeah, I know you're fired up today, but I can hear a little bit of fun and laughter behind it. Like if you're excited more than fired up. But this thing,
yeah, I'm not.
But this thing, yeah, I know you're not angry. You hardly get angry, but Legend, he's here. I'm good. I'm good. I love you to bits, but you know what you sound like? You sound like one of them. And back in the days when we used to be in Africa, when one of them big uncles would come back from abroad and be like, yeah, I've been to England now, and this is how they act in England. You guys are all savages here, because and when you talk about Troop saying that he might be talking about you, it doesn't matter about who Troop is talking about. It's about what we, the readers of that tweet, if we can point out people that are what Troop is talking about, it's up to us to figure out who that makes sense that tweet is about, if you get what I mean.
Oh, I don't think it's about me, Jim. And quite honestly, I personally don't care. I've onboarded over 110 people into my project alone. So like I know what I'm doing and what's going on. I do not think it's about me personally.
No, yeah, but exactly. I know, I get you, but just for example, if that was about you, he would be right, because you started off, as you said, on Kronos, and you've left us in the so-called dead project. Or
yeah, I hear what Jimmy's saying.
Yeah,
and Legend came back and he said, "You guys are fighting."
Yeah, like if you're not part of us anymore,
us,
and so if that means the bridge is one way, you mean it's like you use the Crow as a stepping stone to get out of
Yeah.
So
no, what I meant by my comment is like, you guys, like on a daily basis on my Twitter feed, I got a ton of ETH people and a ton of Chronos people, right? And every time I see Chronos people, they're fighting about something, they're arguing, they're creating polls to beef with each other. What's the shittier project? They're trying to expose each other. DeFi Dave's calling somebody out. Like, it's the same fucking circle of people just being negative and like bashing each other and arguing.
I'll give it to Dave, man. At least he tags me. You know, at least he
no,
tags
he
the
does.
people he's talking shit about.
Dave is brutal, bro. Even with the steakhouse, I was like, whoa, shit. Like, I try not to even pay attention anymore because, like, it's one of those things. Like, listen, I'm coming back to Kronos. We never left Kronos, so like, we're still developing shit. I got BAM coming out in a couple of weeks, which is the mutants for the baby alien. So like, I'm not leaving Kronos. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying Kronos in general, like, for whatever reason, the circle of people is just very, very negative. And like,
we're
it's
gonna
a bad
change that
look
today, Legend. We're gonna fix that today. And for people that don't know, the Alien Project has gotten very big, and what they're focusing right now is on the east side. They're doing the baddies mint, which they've been talking about for a long time, and it just really started kicking off over there. So I'm all about it. I've been saying this. You know, we launched the first Thunder tokens on Ethereum for a bunch of reasons, but this being the main one. The people here that got onboarded from CDC to Kronos didn't know jack shit about Ethereum, which is where all of this was built originally. So it's very important to get the basics down. If we're going to be a powerhouse blockchain, we need everybody here to know exactly what they're doing. You know? Let's go Voodoo, Katie.
I think Katie was up first.
Yeah, he was. Go ahead, Katie.
He's slow on the hand, though.
No, you good. Fuck you, bro. Go ahead, Voodoo, because I'm doing something. I'll go after Voodoo.
All right, sounds good. Morning, guys. Legend, funny running into you because actually,
Hey, hi, Voodoo.
well, see, I think someone was hinting about, let's just say, our previous interaction in a negative way, and I think they were like insinuating that I had a negative impact on, let's just say, that debacle.
Oh, no, all right. Hold on. I'm gonna cut you off, Voodoo. Full transparency. There was a problem way behind the scenes. We tried fixing it for 2 months. Problems didn't get fixed. Big problems, whatever. Things were going on. There was just issues. Okay, I'm not gonna go into full details. Voodoo actually stepped up as the middleman, and unfortunately, I had to address something publicly. Voodoo came in after I addressed it publicly because that was after 2 months. There was a unresolved issue. Voodoo came in and he addressed it and he fixed it. The issue was resolved. I apologized. I deleted the public announcement address and we fixed it. So Voodoo actually handled it really well. He actually stepped up and he was like the middleman and he fixed the problem that was at hand. So please, whatever's going on with Voodoo, don't think it was a negative thing. Voodoo completely changed the situation and helped us for it.
I appreciate that, buddy. I just wanted to get that clarified in case anyone had any other opinion on the matter.
Well, that's because people don't know, right? And here's the problem with
Exactly.
Twitter. You don't put everything out publicly, then all of a sudden, oh, well, he's an asshole because he posted one tweet. Well, little do you know, we've been trying to work things out behind scenes for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing was getting done. So eventually it went public, and all people see is just the public perception of it, right? And, oh, wow, everything, that. But that's not the case at all. If you guys want to know stuff, just ask. You'll get the answers.
Yeah.
I like that.
Buddy.
Yeah, man, people, don't be scared. Don't be scared to hit the mic button. Don't be scared to reach out in the DMs and ask the questions. Because, in all honesty, people are just scared to hurt other people's feelings. They're scared about the reactions. They're scared about long-term relationships. Nobody's trying to fuck up around here, despite public appearance. So, really, the more straightforward we can be with each other. If I'm fucking up, I would really appreciate if one of you told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would appreciate that a lot more.
Meetups.
You're just a fuck up in
I
general.
know I fucked up there. Come on.
You're a fuck up in general, bro.
All right, thanks, Katie. You're up. Fuck
up. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is having a good Thursday. Hey, Legend hit a point, man. It's good to going out the chains, man. Everybody, I used to get the same heat in the beginning. Why are you leaving from Kronos? Why are you going in ETH? This and that. But have you guys checked on ETH? I mean, look at the ETH. ETH goes to Sol. ETH goes to fucking Reddit. ETH, they diversify and that's how they bring people into the chain. I responded back to that comment from what is it, Troops, right? I don't even know who it is, and I don't give a flying fuck who it is. I said it. It's better. Chronos ain't going nowhere. You know, the insects are being flushed out, and that's it. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, people can get their feelings hurt because you didn't do your homeworks. You know, if people like Legend is expanding, that should be good for you because it's bringing more eyes to the Chronos chain and everything else, man. I mean, Alpha started with this Thunder. Now, you know, you got so many platforms. Everybody comes in here. But I don't know. Guys and girls get their feelings hurt, and they should learn to deal with them feelings. Go see a psychiatrist or therapist or something.
All right. So this isn't a comment directly towards troopers, right? But if people are making comments like this, what are you doing different when you're making those types of shades? So like I'll use Troops for reference, right? Because Troops is pretty good. He can handle it. He can talk. Troops will make those comments, but what is he doing to onboard people? He's staying in the same spaces with the same circles, and there's nothing changing there. I'm not saying he should go drop a project on ETH, but maybe go into those spaces and talk about Troopers because he has a pretty good project. You know what I mean? Like he's got the pillars and what he stands for, and maybe Troops should go out to those other spaces and start onboarding people versus just kind of throwing shade at other projects doing what they're doing. I mean, this is a common thing in the space. You know how many Ethereum projects, like you said, are going to Solana, Flow, some of them even went to VeChain. Like it's a common thing, and it's a networking thing, right? So I think
you should have
when
seen the Solana fuckers in here yesterday trying to get us to go over to Solana, bro. It was feeling desperate. I was smelling desperation.
Listen, people are trying to just branch out, and everybody's trying to work. Look, even Reddit's going in now. Like, yo, this is a wild time right now. You know what I mean? And the only way we're gonna get exposure to the chain is by getting involved with other people.
100%, man. And you even downplayed the Ethereum crowd. Like they don't just go over there; they pounce. They pounce and they pounce as a fucking group. They made us think about Reddit for about 15 seconds, and then they were over there. All of them went over there. Even those the
Why,
ones
Bob?
that didn't have Reddit pages, they made new ones.
Why? Why, Alpha? Do you know why? Because that's where the money was.
That's
They
where
went, they
where the
fucking,
new money is.
they went, they
The
pumped up the
dumb
first
money.
fucking 20 ETH, and now it's down to what? Again, 2 ETH or 3 ETH? I don't know, but it
We
was
got to be
ridiculous.
real about the fact that there's dumb money and smart money in Web3, and that's what people that have been around the longest are differentiating between. Like when they go over to Reddit, it's not because there's liquidity, it's because there's people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and that's where you make money. That's where you get those good flips. When people don't know what they have. And I'm not like promoting that. I'm just saying it is what it is. Jimmy and then Morphs.
Yeah, thank you, Alpha. I like what everybody's saying about this onboarding thing, but it's sounding like you're jumping overboard. It's when you mean onboarding, you mean you're actually bringing people into Chronos. But every time when people talk about onboarding, it looks like if it's the other way. It looks like if you are taking all the people from Chronos onto your new ETH project over there. And Alpha, you did it the other way. Yes, you said you started the token on the ETH. I remember you trying to tell us how to get ETH. It was all education to me, and I can speak for other people. Yeah, because we do need it to get on if you're going to go and learn about cryptocurrency and if you're going to go learn about the genesis of NFTs. But when you start looking at the ETH project has some mecca, has some shining castle, has some things to acquire when you have made it in Chronos, then it all sounds like I'm 100% supporting Troop. I don't care whether I'm misconstructing what he's saying, but basically is a bunch of projects, they make it and they can make it no more in Chronos. And they say they are onboarding people. But what they're doing, they are taking people from Chronos, and I don't care how you want to spin it, and bringing them over to start an ETH project. And that's it. Thank you.
No, I hear you, Jimmy. It's tough. It's tough. Like the only onboarding I know is the onboarding that we do in here, or like when I go to other spaces and we do a giveaway, and a couple of people get Thunder NFTs that didn't have any Chronos NFTs. So there's that onboarding that we do. I feel like that brings people over easy. There was the onboarding we did yesterday with our new friend from Nigeria. He downloaded MetaMask. I've been in the DMs with him, and we set him up with the starter pack. And like, this is one by one onboarding. It's the only way I know how to do it.
And exactly, that's onboarding. But when you're going the other way, you're jumping board, like you're jumping overboard, like it's like you're jumping ship when you go the other way.
No,
Because
and
at
I
the
hear
end,
you about like the Ethereum projects being put on that pedestal. I've had a problem with that. It's not like, I'm not talking shit on anybody that made money over here and spent it over there, because they were the assets that held the most value. A lot of um oh, like Legend, didn't you get a mutant, and like Bach bought an ape, and there was that kind of stuff. I don't know if that rubbed the community here the wrong way and they didn't even notice it, but I get what Jimmy's saying. I do. There's a shitload of hands though. Morphs, Joey, Voodoo, and then I think we gotta do the other guys.
Yeah. I was actually just gonna try and draw us in another direction. Let's say
Don't
we
you
all
fucking
meet up.
dare, Morphs. We're on a roll here.
Yeah, I
Not yet.
know,
Not
and
yet.
I'm just that's why I'm gonna go out and then come back again. uh, let's take a tour in Future of Colors gallery later, and we can all chill and hang out and watch what they have going on there. And then drawing it back, I am not feeling that going to other chains is a bad thing. If you're leaving crypto, or if you're rugging and stealing money from Kronos, never coming back, that's another thing. And maybe it's doesn't happen a lot because we are complaining about projects actually building on other chains, staying in Kronos, branching out. Like, what's the problem? I don't see a problem with it at all. And like, yeah, it's blockchain. We have so small margin of the market in the world. We are in a bear market. It's gonna be slow. We have to like look at other chains to like keep things going. And I think in the great picture we have to look more at like what will this mean in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years. It's good if we are branching out. That's at least my
It's really good to keep it in that context too, to keep it in perspective, and always zoom out. Don't look backwards though. Look forwards. Zoom out and look forward. Like, where are we gonna be 3 years from now? What's up, Voodoo?
Uh, Actually, to both you, Feeny, you and Feeny, check your DMs. You should have gotten a message from Meta Wars not too long ago. I was just actually talking with him. That's like
Meta
while I'm up here.
Wars. Oh, look, our buddy from Nigeria got me his
Are you sure he wasn't
got me
from
his
Congo?
invite.
Am I looking on
Oh,
Discord
right,
or on
Congo.
Twitter?
Nice,
Discord.
nice, good save. It was our first friend from Congo. That's Central Africa. I'm not seeing them in my DMs.
It might be Discord.
All right. Ooh, going to Discord. No, I want to hear from Meta Wars, or set up some type of AMA. What do you know about what they've got coming?
Basically, they are, full disclosure, we're also on the marketing team for that group. But they are a first player shooting. They're launching the NFT November 5th on the Bisous Bay. So you're going to be able to like own your in-game assets and stuff like that. So think Call of Duty, but you own your assets.
Wow, you guys are really doing it, man. If you
Staying
go
busy.
from Board Candy to Meta Wars,
And we came from World of Cats
to Crow Warriors and World of Cats, bro. These
Stay
are
busy.
it's not like you just took whatever was pitched. You guys waited for your pitch.
Man, we've
Yep.
been grinding these grounds for a while, right? So I mean, same as you. We're all trying to learn as we go. So man, yeah. We didn't want to just back anything. Like it's got to make sense for us. It's our name on it, man. We've been around for a long time. It means a lot, you know. So yeah, huge go. Voodoo, I love working with you. It's a great group of guys at TRT. And Alpha, man, you rock this space every morning. So I'll try to make sure I get in here a little bit more often, my man.
Oh,
I've been trying
definitely,
to
bro.
tell them.
I mean, we're coming up
Twice
on
a
a
day,
year here.
every day.
Yeah, we got our 1 year anniversary coming up next month. But we're not stopping. We're not slowing down. We got a lot to Okay, babe. Sorry, I don't have it. Legion. I think Legion's up. Yeah, I'm sure.
What's up, guys? Good morning. Back to the whole, cross blockchain uh idea. I don't know, back when MMF, went over to what was it, Polygon? Um, I remember seeing a lot of, mixed feelings, right? It was almost like you had half half the Crow fam was opposed it and half the Crow fam was towards it, right? I kind of stood on the sidelines, right? Because I'm still learning, so I don't know the answer, right? We have to. It's like the only way to learn is trial by error. Um, but what did you guys think overall about that? Like, do you guys think that they would have done better if they would have stayed in Chronos and actually, because there's still a lot to do here, right? Like it's not finished. There's a lot to do here, and
We're
I
just
feel
getting
like,
started, man. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So like,
honestly,
why
I
jump
felt
somewhere
like.
else when, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, like that's what I feel like. I'm not opposed to, going building on other chains or why not, but I do feel like that's one thing, like saying that that's one thing, but like a lot of money does leave the ecosystem, like regardless how we want to say it.
Yeah,
And
we watched it. We watched it
yeah,
with meerkats, probably closer than anyone else, and
and if
emotions and
Meerkats
feelings
fuck it
changed.
up,
It changed the
right,
whole
and if
time. People they weren't just feeling different ways about it. People were pissed, and some people were pissed and then stopped being pissed when they saw that Polygon MMF had become a big splash over there, mostly because all of the liquidity from here went over there and people noticed, people followed it, people farmed the shit out of it, and they sold it. And that's
yep.
why we're right back where we were on Chronos. And it's like Mad Meerkats didn't fucking learn anything over here because they did the same thing all over again. And I think that's why sentiment went right back to where it was, if not worse. Personally. But that's just me picking up on the vibes of everybody else because I do this shit twice a day, every day. Uh, what do the wrestlers think? That's you, wrestlers.
Hey, what's up, fam? Sorry about that.
You're good.
Um, yeah, I was just loading up my truck, getting ready to. I'm heading out to work. But yeah, man, I know I'm all for the branching out and bringing some of these ecosystems together, communities and whatnot. I'm doing some work modding with baby aliens or baddies, right, on the east side. And man, in them spaces, they've got I mean, they brought quite a few new wallets over to Chronos. Getting involved in the Chronos side, minting some of the Chronos pieces, and you know what I mean. Every little bit helps, and I know they're excited. I know baddies are doing some really cool, interesting things. With their storyline, and it's got people excited, and even in the bear market, people are coming over. I know the Ethereum side, things are quite a bit more expensive than they are on Chronos. So I would think, I mean, some of the feedback that I've heard, it's like the low fees and all that, and the low prices are it's got to be attractive. So I mean, I'm all for it. I love it. And as far as I wanted to speak on the wrestlers a little bit, man. We're moving along, and this bear market's given me time because I do work to help some of the other community projects and things I got involved in before I got the keys to this project. And I've had the time to like completely make these partnerships and build, and we're working on the tokenomics and as to how we're going to pay back our Gen 1 holders, and working with other people, bouncing ideas with other founders and devs, and it's been amazing. I love Chronos. I love that everybody's really really close and tight knit. You know what I mean? obviously there were some snakes in the grass. I think most of them have been weeded out by now, and the ones that haven't probably won't last too much longer. And it just building here. I don't know. I can't see anything getting any much worse than it is now. I can't wait till we start pumping. I mean, if we see Crow at 8 cents, I'll just see that as a better opportunity to build my bag even further. As I'm able to build a vault and collect pieces right now. With the my personal bags that I wouldn't have been able to 6 months ago. So I
Right?
don't know.
Imagine if we were launching tokens and Crow had done nothing but gone up since last November. How would you pair your token right now if Crow was at $1? You'd have like 35 Crow to fucking pair with your token. We've been
Yeah,
blessed.
crazy.
We've been blessed in this bear market with good people, with a good amount of time, and with a lot of stuff going on around us that we have no control over, and we just got to find our place and hit that mark. And it sounds like you're doing all the right things, wrestlers. You're focusing on your what you got going on IRL. You keep that money coming in. You support the projects that you've been a part of already. Build up the chain, create value here, and then now you're building your own thing. I don't think you can do it any better. Let's do KD. Fuck.
What, bro? What's the problem, bro? You know what,
Nothing.
bro? Why don't you answer my DMs when I DM you?
I don't answer
You're supposed
anybody's DMs.
I don't give a flying fuck about anybody, bro. It's me, KD. Fuck. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that, man, we both all in here got friends in here that were invested heavily into Chronos, and they've learned their lessons. To the newbies, I would tell them, just be careful, man. Do your studies. To the new creators, man, do not fuck this community over because people are gonna point you out. Chronos is a small community, and they will eat you up alive, man. To the old friends of mine, they know that I've never invested in a Chronos project. It's my choice, and I've got hit for it, and I don't care. It's a choice of mine. But in the same time, uh, those friends of mine, they have invested in Chronos and they have lost money. They've learned the lesson, and they're trying to educate people these days, and which is amazing. But then, like somebody just said the snakes. Everything is being flushed out, man. It's a fucked up situation right now. Everybody hates on each other when you make money. Everybody's happy when you lose money. So it's just like, fucking, you can never satisfy nobody. But Alpha, stop throwing the fucking emojis, bro. Anyways, but just keep your head up, man, and just
It's
if
all
you
I
if you
can
get it,
do, bro. You
I
should
see that,
see me
bro.
on a phone call or like a Discord thing. I'm just like smacking the screen.
But now, man, just learn from these spaces, man. Learn and don't stick to one place. That's all I got to say, man. You learn from your mistakes. Mistakes make you stronger.
100%, bro. Time in the market, not timing the market. If you're here, if you're just learning this stuff, just stick around. You keep coming back. You learn these lessons. It's impossible not to. Joey, what's up?
What's up? So I was gonna say something that you guys were talking about earlier, the negativity in the market and Kronos. So I would look at it like this. So we could easily wake up one day and the market's blowing up to where no one listens to us anymore. So instead of taking your time and being negative, and obviously if someone's doing some bullshit, call them out. That's not my point. But don't don't take this for granted. And you have a chance to be heard, and people actually will respond to you and talk to you. This is like a kind of a once in a lifetime thing potentially. And I totally get losing money and being pissed off, but like I said, don't take it for granted that you actually have a voice in this community, because that might go away quicker than you think. Not because people are going to cut you off, just because the ship blows the fuck up and there's thousands of people in spaces. Good luck. So don't waste your time and build. If someone screws up, learn how to make it better. If someone's being a douchebag, learn how to don't talk to them no more. You know what I mean? Don't waste your time being negative all the time. That's all I'm going to say. Love you.
That's all you gotta say, man. You knocked it out of the park. Um, I can't say anything else. Legion, what's up?
What's up, the boys?
Oh, Hyper's back. Look at that. He's quick on the mic. You guys got to be quick on the mic, bro.
Yeah, turn my VPN off, my main VPN, so I have a back burner VPN, and it's a little quicker.
Switch your VPNs, y'all. What's up, Legion?
Yeah, I just had one thing to say. So what can we do about it, right? Um, what are some good ideas to tackle, the issue or the big elephant in the room? Is it? I mean, this is not enough, right? We need more time, and I know it's crazy to ask for, right? Because most of us here are like, we live in this shit, right? So if that's taking more time from some of us and getting together, after hours and like literally brainstorming and coming up with a plan, right? I know there's a bunch of different projects in here, but if the leads get together, right, and see how we can all help each other, right? And actually understand that if we, if your neighbor to your left and your neighbor to your right wins, then you're winning, right? So I think that's necessary.
Hey, Legion,
Yes,
there's a
yes,
very
sir.
simple solution to this. Everybody follow each other, and when you see other people in rooms, join in those rooms, whether it's not just Crow, whether it's not just Eat, Solana, Coffee and Cro, no offense, Alpha. Don't just show up to Alpha spaces. Pull up into other spaces, talk, get on the mic, listen, learn. Come up there and talk and get connected with other people. It's easy. It's simple as that. But people consistently still go to the same places every single day with the same 10 people. It's a simple solution. It really is.
I mean,
That is 100% the
that
answer. 100%.
sounds good
Everybody,
You'll see
that sounds
Alpha
good
in that
too. But the
space.
thing
yo,
is,
this is what we're saying baseline about all this shit, right? Kronos was we had training wheels on for the past year. Be thankful for that. Okay? Look big picture. What do we want here? We want millions of people to
Here
do what
comes
we're
the
doing.
brute force
What
on
is
it.
it
No, it's
going to look like
billions
when
with a
millions of
B.
people show up? No one's going to hear. No one's going to let Hyper come up and talk when there's a million people trying to fucking do this shit. Like, be grateful for what we have right now.
All
We
right,
have.
don't stretch it. Don't stretch it.
I'm saying, man. Like, this space right here, I will let you up. I let Hyper up every single time. Come up here and learn how to fucking talk. And then go to these other spaces. Don't waste your time. Don't fucking waste my time. Morpheus, if you pitch another goddamn project, I swear to God.
Jesus fucking. Thank you. I have to, because you do not pitch my projects. You didn't even know I had like 4 projects in my fucking collection roadmap.
I
So
knew.
yeah, fuck that shit. I was gonna say something, but you threw me off, so fuck off.
That's the energy we want up here. Thank you. Thank you. We've been keeping it real with you guys for a year, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Shit.
Yeah, I was
Morpheus
gonna
has
say
4
it's
projects.
not
It's like, I
about
mean, it's not hard,
moving
but
chains, it's
not
how
easy.
you do it. It's not a bad thing going to chains, but it's a matter of how you do it. Look at Meerkats, the way they just moved liquidity. I don't like it, but it could be done differently. Imagine if they had the game up before. The game could be crossplay, anything. There could be a utility for the tokens they have on both chains. Then they could move. But yeah, I think it's a matter of how you do it and not bad to move. But I'm learning from
They
what
need to
they
stop
did.
being so scared, bro. I tell the Meerkats this all the time. Stop playing pussy in the burrow and come in here. Not those of you that are in here. Mince is in here all the time. Hodl is in here all the time. But we can't have just people running back and forth. Like, Sequence and Canvas can learn shit in here. That's why every project leader is in here every day. Because this is what we talk about. I don't know. I just press play. That's all I do. But like, that AMA yesterday pissed people off. Fucking Troops was the one who got. We need Troops. We need those vibes. We need him to be the one that goes up there and is like, hey, did you guys just fucking talk about Kronos like you don't even want to be here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate that sentiment right now. That's fucking mad irritating.
Well, I mean, that was the vibes. That was.
Well, the thing, like, what people don't the biggest picture here is Kronos is the first chain that's Cosmos and EVM interoperable. That's a huge
Talk that
fucking
talk, baby.
junction, dude. And XRP has just acknowledged that they're gonna become EVM compatible. They're gonna, incorporate Ethereum virtual machine contracts. So you're just sitting at like Grand Central Station right before they flip the fucking switch, yo.
Straight up and down. Did you guys see the article this morning about how they're going to cure cancer with the Ethereum blockchain by holding verified health data on chain?
Like data aggregating patients?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean, this is just getting started.
Yo, I had a tweet the other day that got a lot of attention from a lot of people I don't know, but it was NFTs are essentially like the neurons of like the computer brain.
Mycelium, baby. I've been saying it. We got to spread that shit. It's on us. You got the spores. Go sprinkle them.
Go sprinkle those spores.
Sprinkle them spores. Get that mycelium going, baby. Let's go. Put it in your kombucha. I don't give a fuck. Yogi, what's up?
What's up, Alpha? Good morning, everybody. Hey, I got a question. Anybody ever use the crypto.com pay to buy something through their app?
Yeah. What's good?
Shut up, Jimmy.
So I used it yesterday. I ordered me a ledger.
What is it, Alpha? What do you want?
And you paid with crypto.com. Bro, Yogi's in the middle of the story.
He might not hear me.
No, he can hear you.
No, it's just hyper. That's what he does.
Hyper?
No, that's hyper.
Never hyper. Just normal.
But
Jimmy's an otter. Oh, sorry, Yogi. Go ahead.
Yeah, I went to buy it, and it showed like $155 and whatever I was gonna buy with Crow. So I went and I bought like $157 worth of Crow, and then I go back and I don't have enough Crow. I'm like, what the hell? So
you gotta do USDC with crypto.com pay.
Well, to be able to get the 10% back that they was offering, I had to do it in Crow.
Let me come in here and say a few things. You know what?
Jimmy, wait your fucking turn, buddy. I don't want to boot you. Jesus Christ. Yogi, the reason they're giving you the 10% back is because of the difficulty of paying with it, right? Because Crow fluctuates. And I've been there paying with ETH. I used crypto.com pay one time to buy an NFT. What was it? I think it was Future of Color, actually, bringing it full circle. I used crypto.com pay. I scanned the QR code and I paid in ETH, but ETH was taking a fucking nosedive. And during the course of the transaction, it went lower than the amount that I was paying, and the whole fucking thing stalled out. So, yeah, I don't recommend it.
Yeah. Well,
let me come in here and say a few things.
Jimmy, I'm not finished.
Thank you, Yogi.
So, but I've done it. So, but from what I've done, it ended up costing me like $160 worth of Crow, which is like $5 more. No big deal. And then so I got my 10% back. So all in all, it ended up costing me like $146. But I was just curious. I was like, man, it's weird how the two things, one of them showing this and the other one showing that. It was.
Can I come in here?
Yeah, man, it's a lot like why they pay us.
Oh my God! Just let fucking Jimmy talk, please.
All right,
Jesus
it's
Christ,
not
Jimmy.
gonna be any like.
Holy fucking shit!
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Thanks. So it should be.
Hey, can I come in here? Hey, can I come in here?
No, I want to come in. Can I say something?
Yeah, can I say something?
Hold on, I gotta say something though, for real.
You guys,
go
Jimmy's
ahead.
trying to talk.
Yo,
sorry.
DMs real quick. Legend, peep your DMs.
Can you go ahead, please?
No, I forgot, Jimmy. It's okay. So much conversation. I forgot.
Yeah, go, Jimmy, go.
Okay, thank you. So it should be said. Hey, Legend, if you want to come in, it's fine. Legend, do you want to come in here?
Nope, not yet.
We're waiting,
Okay.
Jimbo. Come on, we don't have all
Joey,
that.
do you want to come in? Do you want to come in here?
Yeah, I'm down.
Who wants some? Who wants some? Get some.
As Alpha was getting at, don't do what Jimmy's doing.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Although,
Don't be a Jimmy.
I did tell the story yesterday. I go to other spaces, they're fucking talking about Jimmy, and it's weird. It's weird, man. I'm in there as a listener. I'm trying to hear current events. I'm trying to hear what the fuck is going on with ETH. And they're like, yeah, Jimmy the hamster, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he's a fucking otter. Jesus.
The one thing you know about Jimmy and you get it wrong.
In a 2,500 person room. And I'm like, all right, so the guy's doing something. He's doing something. And they're saying the same shit as us. Like, he's kind of smart, but man, he pisses us off. Why does he do that?
Low
It's not a
key,
fucking
he's the next
mystery,
Shirley.
y'all.
He's the next Shirley.
He's a troll.
Low-key.
Just because he's smart doesn't mean you should keep him around.
Super troll.
Joey, what's up?
What's up? I was gonna go back to the crypto pay, man. So it might not matter much anymore because I haven't bought anything on crypto NFT for a while. But I tried doing the same shit, buying NFT with Cro, and I almost lost my mind because it was when it was kind of important to buy them, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
That's what I'm saying. This was months ago when NFTs were hot, and I was like, "Oh no, I gotta fucking get it to go through."
Yeah, bro. So yeah, just in case, I think Yogi was saying it. Just keep that in mind too, bro. So I almost lost my shit, man. I thought I couldn't. So yeah.
But just for the listeners, and especially those that listen back, Crypto.com Pay is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So use it while they're giving you the 10% cash back because that shit doesn't last. We've learned that over the past year. You know, if they've got great rewards, take them while you can. It's like a liquidity pool. First one in wins. They're not going to be rewarding you forever. That new bank that popped up down the street, that's giving away $20 to open a checking account, that doesn't last forever either. These aren't new tricks. They've been doing this to us our whole life. I mean, we're the ones making projects that were like, oh, it's 199 Cro. Where the fuck did we learn that trick? The supermarket? Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Well, it's not 200 Cro.
Stu Leonard himself.
Come on, y'all. There's nothing new under the sun except for blockchain technology, NFTs, and soul-bound tokens. But that's it. Everything else has been done before.
Actually, I hadn't pondered that proverb about this whole thing. Maybe that's Atlantis.
You marinate on that, buddy. I'll be here. It's just about 10 a.m., so you know what time it is. Charts.
Yo, I was gonna ask Alpha, was it all fucking just bullshit on the TV, or in Martha's Vineyard was there literally like a big fucking hysterical thing over Rob DeSantis and these 10 Mexicans up there or some shit?
Wow, how are you so late to this story, bro?
Dude, I've been fucking around and
that was like literally a month ago.
Yeah, and I didn't want to freaking blow it up.
In Web3 time, that's like a decade.
I didn't want to be a political fucking asshole about it.
My kids aren't even that old yet. It was all a publicity stunt. Yeah, you know Ron's trying to run for president.
No, yeah, I know. That's why he won't admit that it'll hold
That's why he won't say that he'll hold it for 4 years.
Yeah, I know. But I was curious
they
if
sent
you
a
personally
plane
felt
of like
it.
50 migrants that were actually rounded up in Texas. Not rounded up like law enforcement, but they were enticed to get on the plane to come here. They were told
Dude,
they
I
had
would have gotten on
jobs.
that goddamn plane.
Yo, coming from a Jewish person, rounded up sounds very bad, bro. Come on, bro. You can't be
stopped
shit like that, bro.
myself, homie. Dude, this is all people want to talk about. They want to hear my take on Kanye. Fuck him.
Dude, Kanye, what's wrong with Kanye?
Oh, God, Hyper, come back later.
No. But listen.
You heard he got dropped by Adidas, right? That was yesterday.
I don't give a shit. Adidas isn't the fucking moral pillar of society. Give me
but they are
a business.
He also lost all his.
They still have
He also
sweatshops.
lost all his athletes too.
Yeah,
He's
still,
everything. He got
every
he,
single thing. Adidas was the last one to go. Hyper.
Yeah. Adidas was the last thing to go. He had like Aaron Donald and a bunch of other high-profile NFL players. They left his sports agency. Adidas dropped him. He just got kicked out of the Skechers building yesterday. The whole thing,
Here's the
bro.
whole story in one sound clip.
He's not going anywhere.
Kanye was on Drink Champs. He said, I can say anti-Semitic shit and Adidas won't drop me. What?
That is not what he meant.
And then Adidas dropped him the next day.
Did he literally
that's the
say
end
that,
of the
or are you
story,
saying
bro.
that that's what he
No, he said that.
That's the end of the story. That's word for word what he said.
Well, even if they did, it's not like he was fucking betting on it. I don't know. I feel like he has such a strong support system that
I
they will not
just
let him
gave you the
down.
quote, bro.
Wrong. The thing is, like, had a strong support system. His athletes and all these other people were still kind of standing behind him, and now all these people who were standing behind him are detaching themselves from him because they just don't want. They don't want that drama. They don't want that
So
smoke. Here's
anybody who's
Don't
here's
be like
disassociating from
Kanye.
him, anybody who's disassociating from him is literally has no personal opinion of their own. They just don't. That's
No,
the enemy.
listen, there's a personal opinion and then there's your bottom line. If you associating with somebody is messing up your bottom line, i.e. the way you put food on the table for your family, then you have to disassociate with that person.
I
It
think.
has nothing
Well,
to
If you
do
don't
here's the thing.
stand
Here's
for
the thing too
something,
is
you will
Kanye.
fall for any
Listen,
damn thing. All right,
Kanye
we gotta
isn't.
stop fucking talking over everybody. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, the
stop
difference
it,
between Kanye and anybody else is Kanye's
bro.
just
Shut the
as
fuck up.
popular as we choose him to be.
God
Joe
damn it,
Biden's the
man.
president.
How long have you been gone? This is not how we play the game up here. Fuck. Yogi, go ahead.
Hey, who is this lucky leper? I'm late. I've been gone. Who's this lucky leper? His voice sounds familiar.
Oh, that's
Pharaoh
our dude,
Carlos.
man.
Who's that?
It's
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh. Man, he sounds a lot. He sounds like Daddy G, doesn't he?
No,
Absolutely. And you ever say
UFC.
some disrespectful stuff like that again, bro, we gonna fight.
Now you done did it.
He's the UFC fighter, buddy. Just started his own NFT project. You guys
My,
should definitely check it out. The boy's doing it.
my own dude. He never in life associated me with anything with Daddy G. We'll just leave it at that. Because if I ever see him in
Come
real
on,
life, I'm gonna
man. Monk
smack him in the
Finance.
mouth.
You don't want a piece of Monk Finance?
You can monk these nuts.
These nuts. Got him. Guess what, y'all? It's 10:02, and we still haven't checked the fucking charts because Hyper was up here talking that shit. Listen, there's not a lot of rules up here, but there's a very simple one where if I say shut the fuck up, you kind of have to, or else you're getting booted. ETH is at 1566. That's pretty good. That's actually still up from yesterday. So that's 3 days in a row that we've been up so far. It was like 15%, 12%. Today's 2%. Not bad. Not bad at all. These numbers are brought to you by Crypto.com. Don't let him be your daddy. But don't you say it, because I got blocked. And I guess I'm the only one that's allowed to say it. Adam is up 6% today. That's a big winner. 1340. Yesterday we were at 1250. Big winner of the day. No one wants to hear it. Dogecoin. Dogecoin again. Is this fuck? Is this Elon? What is this? Why Doge? Why Doge? We don't have to talk about it. Lucky was up.
Do you care if I put reveal some of the art in your nest, sir?
Oh, let him have it, man.
I appreciate it, man. I didn't know. You know, sometimes it's the luxury tax. You got. I understand. You got.
Benmore.pro. That's all they need to know. No, did we go diamond fur or gold? What's the deal?
Gold. I got this. When I post this up here, you're gonna see it's hot. One second.
How many people we got in here? Is Twitter bugging already? There's always 50 people in here. It doesn't matter if I tell you to tweet out the room. It doesn't matter if I don't. Is it the same 50 people every day? I don't know.
Probably.
Well, then we're not doing what we're talking about.
Your loyal followers there, Alpha.
We're not doing what we're talking about. We gotta spread shit out, or we're not gonna get anywhere.
There it is. I threw it up there. Should be up there by now. Well, that's one of the golden lucky leopards. That'll drop. The art's pretty sick. My roadmap is it's very attainable. It's nothing crazy, but it's gonna be some cool stuff in there for the holders. And I also got some surprise coming for the holders after the mint out. But yeah, man, there it is.
Hey, it's really good, bro.
I
never
bro.
in a million years considered myself any type of art critic, and I married into a family of artists that survive on their paintings. But like since I got into NFTs, I think I've definitely been able to figure out what it is about digital art and especially generative art that draws people in, and you got it all going on here, man. It's unique, it's detailed, it's quality. It's good.
I appreciate it, bro.
Fuck yeah.
So Lucky, I've been, like I said, I've been missing for a minute. Where are you minting and what you're minting for, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'll be minting on ETH, but I'm doing a cross-chain collaboration with Wavy and Crotopia, so that way I can bring ETH people over to Cro and cross collab like that. Because I've been talking with Wavy on the back end, and I know he's got some other ETH projects that are gonna hop in, so that way we can really build these cross-chain bridges and get more people over into Ethereum, hopefully over here into Kronos. But as a Kronos community, we have to be more accepting to some of these other projects and be willing to venture out if we want people to venture in and buy into Kronos. But yeah, man, it's gonna be over on ETH. It'll be at point at 0.025 will be the mint around there. And then yeah, man, so at 50% of the mint, I'm going to donate to. I've narrowed it down to two veterans societies because I'm a vet. One that deals with veteran suicide, and then one that just helps with PTSD and helping veterans rebuild and transition back into the civilian world. I'm also going to at 25%. I skipped over that. I got some cool NFTs that I'm going to give away to the community and some cash prizes. 50%. I'll do the VA, the veteran giveaway, and got a couple other giveaways like that. And then once I hit 75%, I'm gonna drop merch and some other things that I have on the roadmap that once I post the roadmap, everybody will see it. I'm not gonna tell everything right now. The roadmap is done. I'm just waiting until my site and everything gets done to put it all up. But then once I hit 100%, minted out, I'm gonna do another donation to St. Jude's because they help with children's cancer and stuff like that. I also have my two artists that I'm using. One is a guy from Thailand named Poom, who could really benefit from the USD because it carries a lot of weight over there in Thailand. And then my other artist is a Division One baseball player. His name is Tate Moody. Uh, I trained him for a long time as he was growing up in high school. Now he's a pitcher down at Wichita State. He's really big into digital art. So what I would like to do is start being able to hook some of these younger athletes and stuff up with NIL deals, since that is a thing now. The NCAA doesn't sanction them for receiving money because some of these kids are walk-ons at colleges. And even if you're on a scholarship, you don't have enough time to go out and work a side job and make any extra money. So this will be a way to get some of these kids a little bit of money in their pocket while they're focusing on school and perfecting their craft on and off the field. So yeah, man, I'm trying to find ways to build a strong community so I can give back to the community and just give back to the next generation of kids. We did a collab with Chrono Balls where actually Tate is doing some cool collab art. Myself, Chrono Balls, and Tate were on a chat the other day, and he's got all the things that he needs to put into the artwork, and now he's sitting and working on that on his off time when he's not at practice or in class. And then once he finishes that NFT, we're gonna auction it off and give some money to him, and then donate the rest of the funds to the Chrono Balls charity, where he helps get kids gear for their sports that they compete in if they can't afford it.
Yeah, man. And Chrome Balls cut the mint to 500, and they're at like 350, or they were yesterday when we started talking about it, and we let everybody know about the mint getting cut down in the jungle yesterday. And bro, you said a lot of really good shit that I want to touch on. First and foremost, you gotta venture out if you want people to venture in. Like that's the golden takeaway here. You got to give to receive, and I just kind of felt that vibe when I got here. You know, it just kind of caught me. But like, it's important for everybody to catch it. Joey, I don't remember any of the other shit I was gonna say. You go.
Hey, I was actually going to step up and ask Pharaoh to give a little info on that collab with the Chronoballs, seeing as he already did it. Shout out to Island Thunder for being a sponsor slash participant with the Chronoballs team. I've been shouting out the different teams each day. I know New America is a supporter of the Chronoballs, and one that I usually forget to throw in there, but has been a big supporter of Chronoballs, is Croris and the WTF and Yogi team. Guys, I try to catch everybody with this stuff, and please remember, anybody and everybody out there, that if you mint a Chronoballs between now and 500, you're going to be in a mint raffle for a legendary Thunderbox. This is where Alpha jumps in and says, "What are you going to get with a Thunderbox?"
There's 2 legendary Thunderboxes that are being given away. One of them is for minting a Chronoballs, and the other one is for the largest Thunder buy in the last 24 hours. And it has not finished yet. When this show is over, the taxing will be reinstated on the Thunder token, and we will be going through the transaction hashes to see who had the biggest buy in the past 24 hours. And that person will be getting a legendary Thunder box. Those legendary Thunder mystery boxes are redeemable for the sneakers down here in the dungeon. So you definitely want to try and find one or win one, because the mint is dunzo for now. IslandThunder.io. Act like you know. Pew, pew, pew.
Speaking of Snickers, how's mine's coming, bro?
Oh, bro, yours are ready to go. Yours are ready to go out.
Fucking right.
You and Murph.
Hell yeah.
Murphy's got the t-shirts. I think he even sold a couple at the tattoo convention. Speaking of onboarding,
how was that, dude? I missed that, dude. I was so depressed I couldn't go to that.
Tell me about it. That was the whole vibe down there. Johnny Chimps, Murph, T. You know, there were a bunch of projects that showed, and those that have been supporting Buddy Labs, they all got free promo at the event. Everybody was on the banner. Everybody had their stickers on the table. And you better know those guys were just talking Chronos with everybody down there. So I think that's the best way we can do it.
Yeah, I saw Murph's I saw the picture with Murph and them chilling. I like Murph. I love Murph's shirt with this freaking PFP on it. That shit was awesome.
Can't miss them, right? I mean, none of us really know what each other look like, so we should probably wear shirts with our NFTs on them. So you know who we are when you run up on us in the street. Everyone knows what Johnny Chimps looks like now, and they like it.
I'm still waiting for you to show up to breakfast.
One of these days, man. You have it closer to the Cape.
So what is it? You don't like breakfast?
I don't like people.
You got a thing against eggs?
Oh, this guy. He don't say no. He been
Speaking
too busy.
of fucking eggs, there's egghead.
Oh, listen to this
Speaking
guy.
of eggs, there's
Smack
fucking
this
king
guy
egghead.
right in his mouth. Yo, Alpha, I'm gonna choke this guy out, bro, real quick. Put pause on this.
Next fight. I'll set it up.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be me versus Legend. I'm gonna smack him in the mouth with a can of Vienna sausages.
Listen, I already told you when I fight you, I'm either bringing a bat and I'm gonna hit you in the kneecaps because you're short, and then you're fucked.
We're the same height, fool. Shut up.
Exactly.
Oh man, 5'10" gang. Let's go.
Boy, stop. He ain't never seen 5'10" a day in his life.
None of us have. We say we're 5'10".
Nah, I just keep it 100.
Listen, I'm 5'10".
Bro, stop. With
look
heels
at that
on.
bald head.
Shut up. 5'10" with heels on.
Shine the back of your head.
Shit, ladies and gentlemen, we're not usually like this. Swear to God. Usually when we are, Uncle Lo comes up here, talks some sense into us. Right, Uncle Lo? I don't know who's out there messing up today, but we're gonna find him. We're gonna
Hey,
finally
we all
bring
need
back
to
in.
we need to all get in Crotopia. So if you haven't got your access pass, go get
I'm
that.
in it. I'm waiting
And
for my
then
fucking
shut up.
skin.
I'm
Sorry.
talking.
Oh,
Your
sorry.
mouth's
Sorry. Sorry.
open. I know it's hard for you. But get in the Crotopia, and then what we're gonna do, we're all gonna meet up and we're all gonna go raid Lowe's house and steal all his NFTs and smash our feet on his couch.
Fuck your
If you
couch, Lo.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm
if you
in.
don't know that reference, then shame on
Bro,
you.
speaking of
It's a
Crotopia, you gotta
mansion,
see.
bro. You called it a house? That's
Speaking of
rough.
Crotopia, dude, you gotta see the fucking bad skin in that game. I'm waiting for him to fucking put it live. This shit is fire.
Yeah, we got one coming too.
Fire?
This
Is that like a
bro.
flame?
No,
What is
fire.
that?
Fire,
the,
you fucking egghead. Like
it's
it's
the
dope.
opposite of water, you fucker.
It's hot. It's hot, bro.
There's a lot coming. We got a lot still in the chamber or in the clip, whatever. The Crow
No,
45
we
look
don't use clips. It's a magazine, bro. God
magazine.
You don't
damn
use
it.
clips because you're fucking bald. You use razors.
You
I
sound
got the
stupid. You
black
can't even cut
talons
hair.
loaded in the clip.
He's the only barber I know who can't cut hair. It's crazy.
Biggie said clip.
I do bald guys all day.
Hey,
Whoa,
Zaza's
what?
coming up.
You
Oh,
do bald guys all day?
Yeah,
You
come
better
by.
pause.
wear some protection.
Come by, bald guy.
Zaza, what's up, baby?
Hey, what up, bro? There's nothing better
Dude, I
than
haven't
water.
talked to you in like a
Water,
month.
water, water.
Water, water, water. Not a drop to drink. Where's that from? Water, water everywhere. And not a drop to drink. What's that, Moby Dick? Sorry. I didn't mean to hit you guys with the hard trivia on a Thursday morning. I think it is Moby Dick.
Kazan, what's up? You shirtless doing pull-ups again? What you doing,
Every
bro?
day, bro.
I don't like the way your
1,000.
voice sounds when you responded to me like that, bro.
Oh,
No, I haven't talked to Kazan since he switched his Twitter handle up. Look, he's got the coolest looking one out of all of us.
hey, bro, the thing is, I was always listening and I didn't come up to talk because I had nothing to contribute. So sometimes listening is better.
A lie, Zaza. What y'all talk about?
You got so much to say, man, but you just hold it back. You got
We've been
so much to
dying for you
say.
to come up here. Just give us your take.
Look
Give
at
us
him.
your
He's
take on what's going
dying.
on.
He's dying. Come on, give it to us. Come on, tell us what's up.
Okay, let's go for it. The last interesting thing I was listening to was Space from Kronos, and no, not Kronos. It was I forgot which profile it was. There have been 6 different EVM chains, and Ken was also there. You know this guy from Kronos?
Big man Ken Tisman.
And
he is he's in charge of Kronos.
And it was the first time I was listening to him and what he's up for and how he's presenting, like compared to other chains. The Polygon was also there, and was it Solana? Somebody from Solana? I can't remember which chains. 4 out of 6, I didn't even know. And what he said was really interesting. So I hope the message came through. His English is more with the French accent, or Italian accent, I can't remember, or I couldn't figure out. But what he was saying was really interesting and smart and complying with the strategy of CDC in whole. So he's representing the Kronos chain, but he's always referring like to crypto.com, like this is, we get the support from CDC Daddy. And what I liked the conversation about was that they said like, how do you want to attract like all the developers to get them on Web3? And there have been some discussions with the type of codes and Solidity and stuff. And some chains could do it with other programming languages, but they explained why they stick to the EVM and Ethereum. And with a big point was also like the onboarding of getting people. It's still too hard to go to get somebody who is not aware of crypto, anything to get them on the Web3 and it has to be somehow seamless that you don't even recognize that you are on the web. This should onboard a lot of the main message of them.
It's a great point, man. I keep hearing it, and it's said a lot of different ways. I think the thing that people keep hearing is that the next wave of NFT holders and crypto holders are going to be people who don't even know they're holding NFTs and crypto. And I think it's hard for people to digest that, but that really is the next wave. Those of us that were going to find our way here, that's what we did. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah, what I liked a lot was the example. For instance, you have a game, right? You're playing the game. They have its own app. It is based on the Web3, and there's somehow a wallet integrated. And if you have to buy something or some NFTs or something, then you can make use of CDC Pay. And actually, like, Crypto.com is covering every aspect to make it possible, the onboarding of somebody who's not even aware of NFTs and never have used them before.
So they'll make it seamless and easy for the consumer to the point where they're doing all of the blockchain work in the background, the wallet creation, the security, and then the person is holding an NFT and they bought it however they ended up buying it. But like, this is not far in the future. This is the next wave of NFT holders. This is how we onboard the rest of the masses. They figure it out afterwards. It's kind of tricky. But like, POAPs, I think, are going to be huge. POAPs are going to be the first thing that really gets that first wave of people. They end up holding an NFT for showing up somewhere, for scanning a QR code.
Sorry, I also came with a point like how they attract developers, and the point was for many chains the language, the programming language. They offer different kind of programming languages, but Ken was pointing out the accelerator and to attract a lot of developer and even support them with knowledge and funds at the same time.
Yeah, funds is the big one. That's what people need. They need to be funded. We're applying for the accelerator program to fund what we do here. I mean, imagine what we could do with these spaces if Kronos was actually behind us. We could promote, we could advertise, we could get on other platforms, we could hire people to transcribe things, turn things into podcasts, get those out, make TikTok videos, all that stuff. It takes funding. What do you think, Voodoo?
I think that's a great idea. I was reading through some of my emails. Those things still exist. And I found one from crypto.com about a huge update happening on the 31st. I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but it's going to take 6 to 10 hours, and it's going to affect the crypto.com app, the supercharge on the crypto.com app, the DeFi wallet, crypto.com pay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
this
the
email went
crypto.com
out.
exchange.
It just went out 2 hours ago, and
yeah,
we started the space talking about it. I think this is the upgrade that we were expecting yesterday.
So essentially, my advice would be if you have any funds that you're planning on using early next week, to move it to MetaMask. While they figure
Literally
this
took
out.
the words out of my mouth.
Quick, fast, in a hurry. Yeah, I don't usually leave money on my DeFi wallet anyways. I just use it as an on-ramp. So this would be, I'm pretty much going to move all my NFTs and tokens off of it while they figure this out. What I found peculiar about this message, though, sorry to cut you off, Alpha, was that in the Crypto.com DeFi wallet and Crypto.com Pay, It specifically said credit card purchases of all ALI, I don't know what that is, but also MMF and Radar will temporarily be unavailable. And the same for the Crypto.com Pay. All ALI, MMF, Radar, and Z tokens will be temporarily unavailable.
And Z is the horse racing game, right? That's D-Race, or no, that's Dirk. What's Z?
Yeah, no idea.
Z is for Z Run. It's the other horse race game. Yep. Z Run.
Any idea why those specific tokens are not available?
I'm thinking it's because these are low liquidity tokens that they hold. That were started on the Kronos chain. Maybe that's where the contracts originated. But what I wanted to say there was that for people who don't understand the differences between MetaMask and the DeFi wallet or Trust wallet, or even understand necessarily the concept of your words are your wallet and your wallet is your words, you can mirror your DeFi wallet into MetaMask. Just import your seed phrase, and you'll be able to move your funds on the Kronos blockchain with MetaMask instead of the DeFi wallet. Just make sure you go to Kronos is still not in the list of networks that auto-populate. So you have to go to kronoscan.com or kronos.org and click on that button in the bottom left that says add Kronos to MetaMask. Or manually input it if you know how to do that. And if you have any questions about any of this, hit that mic button. It is almost 10:30. So we will stick around to answer these questions. But this is important stuff, y'all. That means Monday is a new game plan. Not like start from scratch, but I'm thinking this is big. A 10-hour up. When was the last time Kronos was down for 10 hours? Or not Kronos, excuse me. The DeFi wallet and the exchange. I don't remember. But I think it was back in like January. Or maybe over the summer. We had a big one over the summer when our wallets got unlinked. The DeFi wallet and the Crypto.com app. It unlinked our wallets. That was a big one. But it was like 4 or 5 months ago. So even if the Pioneer 11 upgrade started yesterday, I think it finishes on Sunday. And I think we can expect to see big changes by Monday. What do you think, Katie?
No, I don't know. I wanted to ask you something about Minted. I know you love Minted. So I just posted for the first time yesterday. So how does it go in regards to rewards? Like they put them automatically in your account, or how does it go?
I would like to go for it. Let me go for it.
Oh, go for it.
You see, Alpha, I switched my plan. I'm active on Minted now. I made some testings, and actually, it's really easy to list NFTs over there. See the rewards. So, KD, the rewards. If you go to Minted, on the top right, there's a button that you click, and then it shows you rewards, right? And below your rewards statistics, there's also like the NFTs that are getting rewards.
Yeah, no, my question is, do they deposit them with daily base or weekly base, or how does it work?
They deposit them in your Minted wallet either on a daily basis or a weekly basis, depending on how much you're earning. So like Kazan was saying, they show you the list of the 10 Kronos NFTs that are earning rewards on a daily basis, and it changes. So from day to day, you're making different amounts. But if you're making a good amount, it'll give it to you every day. And if you're making a small amount, it'll leave it and give it to you on a weekly basis. But that's for your own benefit because it's not cheap to claim it. It's like 6 Cro. And the reason that it's an expensive transaction is because it takes your rewards and it splits them into 4 different payments, equal payments. One goes to your wallet, one goes into a 1-month vault, one goes into a 6-month vault, and one goes into a 48-month vault.
All right. So as long as I post stuff for selling that's how it works.
For listing and for selling. Yep.
Listing. For listing.
Yeah.
So as long as my stuff is being listed out there, and it's not above 2x, I should
As long
be
as it's
collecting.
not above 2x and it's in the top 10 list, you will get rewards.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. And then, what do you mean your rewards get divided in 4 pieces? I'm sorry, because you guys were talking about something else.
Yeah, no, this is a big reason that Minted has been able to hold its price, because just like when we did the pre-sale, the vesting schedule is kind of intense, right? It's like you're only getting 25% of your rewards immediately, ever. So 75% of your rewards are getting locked up for different periods of time. And the highest percentage of return that you can make on your Minted is in that 48-month vault. So what we've been kind of coaching everybody to do to get the most minted is to list anything you can for double floor that, is obviously you don't want to put something crazy rare for double floor if it's not going to work out for you. You always have to be thinking about this stuff. We cannot make these decisions for you, people. You got to think. So don't list it if you don't want to sell it. But if you want to make some rewards, you make them, and then you keep as much of it as possible in the 48-month vault, and take your rewards from there.
So you said these people got a 48-month vault too. You heard what I said yesterday. I put $400 into fucking BVS for 48 months. I was like, what the fuck?
That's conviction, baby. I got all my XVVS in a 4-year vault. That's where it stays.
Yeah, that's where I XVVS. That's what I did. I was like, let me fuck with this first time ever. I've never done it before.
It's cool, man.
KD, are you considering to buy some NFTs from Kronos now, or were you so interested in Minted?
No. Well, I posted some. What you call it? Some Ethereum. I was just literally just looking at the list that they got, and they got some good. I'm trying to wrap my mind around this VVS. Why is it so expensive? It makes no sense to me, but it is what it is.
Wait.
I guess I missed the
So
hype.
you have
you're
listed
talking about the
Ethereum
moles.
NFTs.
He's talking about the moles.
Yeah. Have you listed some Ethereum NFTs already on Minted, or
Yes.
that
I
are reliable for the
did.
rewards?
I just did. I just posted 3 other side left.
Is it reliable for the rewards?
Yeah, other side. Yeah, other side.
It should be,
Nice.
right?
Yeah, it is. Other side, it is. I think it was 20. I think 20. Some. I didn't even pay attention, but yeah, you get points with them.
Well, what about Loaded Lion Metaverse Land, KD? You're skipping right over
Oh,
that?
I'm definitely no. I'm definitely gonna get in it. That means I gotta buy lions.
Oh shit,
dude! I just literally just started getting my funds yesterday, bro. So CTC has been on point. So they've been putting funds in my account. So that's all I care.
Yo,
As long
yesterday
as my
was the
money comes
day.
in.
Nat
Yeah,
got
no,
her
they
money
did.
yesterday too. They were messing with her
They
then
did.
yesterday.
They did say it's gonna be the end of the month, man, by court law. So they just started putting the money yesterday. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, you got that court order. Don't mess with KD, y'all. Don't do it to yourself.
Nah, brother, nah. But thanks for the info. Appreciate it. And I'm just trying to understand this method. I like it. I like it a
That's
lot.
what we're here for. Don't tell your seed phrase to anybody. Our boy Omen was making like $400 a day off minted rewards, and then realized that his wallet was compromised.
What does
No,
it
I
mean?
heard what's his name?
What do you mean
I'm
with
sorry.
compromised wallet?
Things are moving that he's not moving.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Got to be safe. Number one priority. Stay safe out there.
I heard what's his name? Texas was talking about making about $70 a week. I was like, what? What? My shit just sits there and he's not making nothing. I was like, fuck, let me utilize that shit.
Yeah, man. You miss every shot you don't take. All these pools, I stay in them. They used to pay me, $150 a day. Now they're paying $5. But I keep it in there. I keep it in there because I compound. Every day I compound. Because I know that my little brain can't comprehend compound interest. I can see all these numbers and I can feel good or bad about them, but I can't wrap my head around compound interest. So I just do it. I do it every day. I take my rewards and I put them back in. That's what all those transactions are.
Would you rather take $1 million now, or would you take a cent and double every day?
I take a cent and double it every day, man.
A whole
Come
month.
on, man. Come on, Kazan.
I mean, what's the deal with that one? You make $1 million in less than a month, right? If you double it every day.
Brother, it is exponential if it doubles every day.
Yeah.
And always take the exponential option.
So I just keep doing it, even though we're not realizing profits, even though we're not feeling like we're getting anywhere. We're compounding. And we're compounding our value by showing up every day. I mean, just look at how Twitter algorithms work. Take a day off and then see if anybody likes your tweets the next day. It's not because we forgot about you.
Bro, I'm being fucking shadow banned. Nobody likes my
You're
shit
not
anyway,
shadow
so
banned.
I don't
You
give a
took
fuck.
break.
I am
You
shadow
took a
banned,
break.
bro. I swear to God.
I'm telling you guys, I didn't believe it. And then I looked at the numbers. I took 24 hours off of tweeting, and my very next tweet was dead in the water. Dead on arrival. DOA. You got to stay active. You got to show up every day. It's important. What's going on with you, Danny?
I was just like, I came up because I was wondering if anybody else had a chance to update their CDC app today from the update and has issues like signing in now to CDC. I believe it's because of the Pioneer Bridge upgrades. I think they're already starting to work on it now.
Yep, I think from what we're picking up here, they began the Pioneer 11 upgrade yesterday, and I think it's going to culminate on Sunday with the 10-hour shutdown. And then by Monday, we're going to have a functioning bridge apparatus for ETH and Cosmos. But Troopers is coming up like it's a 420 show right at the end. What's up, buddy?
Yo, how's it going? I'm just sitting in the car, wife's away into an appointment, and I thought, I wonder if Coffee, because like I get so confused. It's almost like 4 p.m. here, and I'm like, Coffee and Cro can't still be on at this ungodly hour, but yeah, here you are. So what's up? Probably a hello, hello and goodbye, probably.
No, I'm really glad that you're here because we don't like talking about people when they're not here.
Oh, you're talking
and
about
that's what we were doing for the past 2 hours.
Shit. Well, it was because of my tweet?
Yeah, no, at the beginning of the show we talked about the tweet. We talked about what projects we all felt were going the other way.
I'll definitely have to listen to the recording.
Yeah, man, taking people and liquidity off of the chain instead of bringing them in. And I think it was a positive discussion.
Yeah, that's cool. It's hard to fully express in a tweet, right? Because we've been having loads of conversations about it in Troopers, and like what I wasn't trying to say is that, cross-chain isn't important, because of course it is. Anybody who's in business knows you've got to grow. But the type of growth that I'm seeing in a lot of stuff isn't like this like when you talk about cross-chain growth, or you're a Kronos project and you're trying to grow, then there's got to be some mechanism there for bringing people into Kronos, not just bringing people out. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of. And I think what pushed me over the edge, it's not even so much about the growth thing. It's just about this constant rhetoric of like Kronos being dead, no transactions, dead. And I heard it so many times from people who we all know and love and who've been in these spaces. And I think it was, I don't want to call anybody specifically, but I was in a space this morning in Digital Renaissance, and I think it was Kronos Balls. And he was just saying the same rhetoric, just like sheep following. He's like, oh, well, you know, Kronos is dead, so we might think about doing something. So I was like, come on, dude, I expect better from you. And I think that was what pushed me over the edge. I was like, nah.
Who said that? Not my guy Balls.
Yeah, he was like, oh, you know, Kronos is dead. We have to probably look at Polygon and other things. And I was like, come on, man. And so I just got fed up hearing people say it. And it's not, I know, it's just because that's what happens, right? One person says it and then everybody starts talking about it. And then, you know,
yeah, man.
Like I said, the one thing I did say in the tweet that I thought was important is it's relative, right? This is a small chain, very young, very early. Of course, it's going to feel more like a bear here than some other chains. Of course, it's going to look like if you jump over to Ethereum or Solana now and you've never been there before, it's going to feel way busier than here. Of course it is. But it's all relative compared to like what they were like this time last year and the size and the scale of the chain, right? So I guess that's all I was trying to say.
They had been around. They had been around as long or longer than us last year when things were feeling like this. And I don't know. I look at those transaction counts and I'm like, yeah, we're down, but we're exactly where we were 2 weeks ago. So like, what the fuck is
this little movement? And definitely the tweet wasn't meant to be. I didn't wake up and choose violence. It was supposed to be more of a positive thing. I was trying to be like,
this is what I've been telling them. I'm like, yo, people love to misread Troops tweets because they don't understand that vibe from across the pond.
It wasn't aimed at any project. It wasn't aimed at anything. It was aimed at like people talking about Kronos being dead and just to be aware. Like if people are saying, yeah, we're doing cross-chain growth, excellent. Question them and say, okay, so what's your strategy for growing your project here in Kronos through the partnership or through the secondary project that you're about to do on Polygon, Solana, ETH, whatever? What's the idea behind using that to grow your project, the value, the investment that the people have made here in Kronos? What is what you're going to do there do to help what you're doing here? And they're good questions and very reasonable questions to ask any of these projects, I think.
Yeah, man, because I think this is a very important situation where you need a plan.
Yeah.
I think we keep it real with everybody and we let them know that like a lot of this stuff, we don't know how it's going to turn out. So we go balls first and then we figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
But if you're established on Kronos and you're going to another chain, you better fucking have a plan.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it could go either way.
And also the other one thing, and this isn't meant to be, this isn't supposed to be sort of patronizing or anything to anybody either, but because of the nature of Kronos, because it's linked to CDC in that centralized aspect, there's a lot of fairly immature investors that come through onto Kronos from the centralized platform of CDC, right? And so if you're going to be the leader, when you talk about a leader, you got to lead by example. And if you're going to lead all those people who are dipping their toe into NFT investment, if you're going to lead them all into Polygon or Ethereum, then you better be ready to look after them and you better be ready to help them understand what the differences are and how it's going to work there, because they're taking bigger risk for bigger reward, hopefully, but also for potential much bigger loss. So it's the responsibility of those leaders to do that.
Yeah, man, I'm going to bust through these hands, but we got to be better about being leaders and about being followers. There's nothing wrong with either of those things. Just know your role.
I'm sorry, before everybody goes on. I know Troops is mad because he got a new prime minister, bro. I understand your pain.
He's
bro.
not mad. He just talks like that.
No, the prime minister, Troops.
Yeah,
we like the new one.
Five prime ministers in like as many months. Oh my God. I mean, if that's democracy gone very wrong. Let's just put it that way.
You tell me what it is. Tell me what it is.
That's our fault. We've been promoting this false democracy all over the world. Yeah. Team America. Or what was that movie? Forget it. Danny, and then let's go Danny, Leopard, Yogi Low. What's up, Danny? We might have lost him. Leopards?
Yeah, man. I agree to a certain extent with what Troop said about like what it is a valid question. How are you going, if you're leaving Kronos, how are you going to bring people from these other chains that you're going to over to Kronos? The thing that we're not talking about though is acceptance. Anytime somebody from another blockchain comes over here to Kronos and tries to talk about a project to onboard people or bring people over or cross pollinate, we are so quick on this chain to shut people down and not listen to what they say and call them a scammer. And I'm not saying some of these people aren't scammers. I'm not saying that we all need to go to Solana or go to ETH, but if you do have people who have been in the Crow family, right, and they've been on this blockchain since we've been here, and then they venture out and they happen to start a project on another chain, or they start one here and then go over to another chain, the way that we can get more people is to show them support, and then that will bring those crowds when they host these spaces. That will bring more of those people over here. But as soon as somebody from another chain comes over here and tries to talk or explain anything, we want to boot him out the room. We want to call him a scammer. We want to shut that shit down. Be like, nah. We're like, we have a very, as a whole, we have a very juvenile approach towards other chains, which is
Yeah.
why when we go into other chains and start talking about Chronos, they're like, nah, man, get the fuck out of here. Because anytime somebody from our chain goes over there in your space and tries to talk about it, y'all kick us out and act like, we're a shitty person. So I mean, it goes both ways. Yes,
That's my
Chronos
fault
has
again, bro. I
Chronos
didn't know. I didn't know what I was saying when I was talking Chronos back in the day.
Chronos has so much potential to grow, and there's so many good people on this chain that have good ideas, that have good projects, but they're not being looked at because even we do it to ourselves. Like, we have a very neck tall mentality. Like, soon as somebody puts something out in a week, we're like, well, what are you giving us? Well, what are you doing for the holders? Well, when am I going to get money? When is staking coming out? Not realizing that half the shit that people ask for, if a project does that out the gate, the project is going to have no money left to do anything else. Like, it takes time for these devs to develop these contracts. It takes time to build these websites and to make sure that the art looks good. So we got to be a little bit more patient and a little bit more accepting if we really want this chain to grow. Because I have a project on ETH doesn't mean that I don't believe in Chronos. I'm still in Chronos fucking spaces. I'm doing a cross-chain collaboration with the Chronos project, and Crowballs is going to sell that NFT on Chronos. I don't give a shit about it going on ETH. I want the NFT community as a whole to grow. So I mean, we just we got to be a little bit more accepting and more willing to have other blockchains in here and grow as a community, if we want that to happen. Otherwise, it's going to be the same motherfuckers recycling the same NFTs, passing money back and forth to each other like we've been doing since last November.
How'd we do yesterday with
Agree.
Malachi and Solana? I mean, he was in here.
That's a different subject, because that dude was being fucking annoying. If you have somebody that's coming in here, no. If you have somebody that's coming in here who's genuinely trying to talk to you about a project and genuinely trying to build a community, sit and listen to that person. But if the dude's like, here, oh yeah, you got to get a thug bird. Yeah, is your girlfriend a D1 basketball? Like, come on, bro, shut up, man. Like,
It definitely goes both ways, doesn't it? Like that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It does. Let's just be mature about it and start having those open conversations. And the only reason my tweet came is it was less about the cross chain stuff and more about like just constantly hearing builders and people saying that Kronos was dead. And I was like, fuck off, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, fuck
Stupid.
off for real. Who's up? Yogi?
Yeah. What's up, troops? We got a busy weekend ahead of us.
We do. And, you know, I always forget when we launch this stuff. I always do it right in the middle of Kronos doing some sort of goddamn upgrade.
That's what I was about to ask.
Every time.
So I don't know. We're going to just have to keep an eye on it and hope that like whatever they do doesn't break like every integration that we've built. So let's keep an eye on it.
So now where are we minting the boss frogs at?
Boss frogs are on eBay. Ibiza's Bay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm probably going to do is probably move
boxes on Saturday on our site as usual, and then frogs Ibiza's Bay.
I'm probably going to move all my troops token to MetaMask and mint through MetaMask.
Yeah. Good idea.
Louder for the people in the back. That's the play.
That's right. Even though it looks like it starts hang on, I just pulled it up. So it looks like boss frogs are going to start at like 1900 EST. No, that's going to be right in the middle of that update roll on.
That was a good save, bro. You said 1900, and I was like, ooh, I had my finger on the button. I was like, I'm going to boot his ass. If he says UTC, he's out of here.
I think it'll be a little bit later on Monday. We'll just keep an eye on what's going on, like Sunday night into Monday, and then we'll just play it by ear and see what happens.
All right.
Looking forward to it. Danny, we get our mic. Are we back?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey.
But like, I don't know if Lo wants to go. Like, I got a lot of respect for Lo, and he's got his hand up, and like, I don't want him to get tired. You know, so like, I'll let Lo.
I'll defer to Lo.
No. I want to.
You know
Danny,
his
you go,
old ass
brother.
arm is tired.
Are you sure, brother? I want to. Okay, all right, I'll go.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, you go, brother.
All right, my man. Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, all these motherfuckers, like, they just keep coming into our spaces, and like, they're just trying to shill the same garbage, the same as like we're doing in their spaces too. And it's just because there's only like 10% of us here right now, and like, you know, that's the common denominator between like all these spaces and all these like blockchains is that like we're all operating at like 10% basically. And that's why like I think just like the space in general is just tired of hearing like of projects. They just want to see something happen now more than anything, or like these projects that already exist just continue to build quietly without making noise, and then just come when you're ready. Otherwise, like, I don't know, it's not gonna be successful.
Be like the chimps.
I agree and disagree,
Bro,
though,
like
because if
the
a
chimps.
project's if a project doesn't say anything for like a week, right, because they're in the back end working, then people freak out and they're like, "Oh, it's a rug, man. They're not talking to us." So it's like, fuck, man. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but they say the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So like, there's like, so like those are usually like that 1%, 2% that are making all that noise, but like the other holders, like they just quietly invest as like silent partners, and like they just put it away for let's say a year, and then they come back and check on it. Like that's
and we gotta have
what
conviction, bro. Like if we don't know what we're talking about by now, then I don't know what we're doing here. Like we gotta have enough conviction at this point in the game to stand our fucking ground when we're making a point. I'm tired of seeing people delete tweets because they got some pushback. This is Twitter. Like we're lucky. We're lucky on crypto Twitter that every single post isn't met with "I hope you die." You know? Because like that's what Twitter was when I left 11 years ago. I'm blown away by the positivity around here, but like we got to be stronger in our convictions. My man, Everything Crypto put out a tweet about this space, about the jungle and Coffee and Cro, and he deleted it because some fucking troll went under there like, "Oh, Alpha pushes scams," and it got deleted. And like, break my heart, why don't you? Honestly, these fucking trolls don't deserve our attention. Period. I let Jimmy up here because he's entertaining sometimes. But like, if there were more of you coming up here with good shit, he would never get up here. Period. Low Zaza swap.
I like how you finished that. If you guys were more interesting, we wouldn't have to bring Jimmy up.
Such a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, no shit. I read between the lines, but no, I just wanted to come up once, say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever people are in the world. Hope everyone's having a great day. And then two, just kind of give troops some support. It takes a lot of uh, passion. I'll say. I won't even say guts or anything like that to stick your head out, your neck out like that, and speak for the community and speak about the community, and you care. And so I don't think a lot of us took it as negative. It's more constructive, and the more we look at things and stop just putting a negative stigma on everything because it's counter to what we are supposed to be thinking, the sooner we'll start to grow as a community, right? Because unless we get this type of feedback, we don't pause and think about what is actually happening here, and we'll just continue moving with the flow. And so just wanted to show a little bit of support for troops, and don't stop, right? Because I know there's people that used to be vocal, a little more vocal. They weren't disrespectful, just vocal, and they stopped because of pushback or community, retribution type of thing. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people they came from a place of passion, but they also have a lot of knowledge that they bring along place with their IRL experiences. So for folks that are out there, I don't look at something that is a tough question or a tough take as something negative. It's constructive, and as long as it's not destructive, like we talk about, then it's all good. And so, we got to continue to expect more and want more from this chain. And I see like little things change, right? Because at the beginning of all this, I remember like almost every project had deck staking in it as a utility. And now we don't see that because the community spoke and people learned that that wasn't always beneficial, right? You're going to give a DEX $50,000 from a project just so that they redistribute that back out to the community minus the fee that they take, right? People started understanding. So we don't have that a lot of roadmaps right now. So the change does happen. It doesn't always feel like or seem like it's happening, but little by little it does. So I just wanted to come up and say that, Alpha.
I got nothing. That was awesome. Thank you, bro. Zaza, what's up?
Sorry, I got rocked before. And please let me come back to Crypto Danny and what he said with the chilling in different spaces and the get annoyed about it. And don't take it wrong, Alpha. I take you as an example. If you go to a different space and with a different network, right? They don't know you. You come up and then you pitch, right? At some point. But if you pitch, the people they are just listening to a couple of words and they still don't know what's behind the project, and that's why they're not digging in by themselves and reading your stuff on your homepage and everything. So pitching is really important, even for startups, for businesses. Like the first couple of sentences are making huge differences if you want to compare to different projects. And the problem that you have, for example, Alpha, is you go into a space and you describe it every time different, and because it's not really defined, right? Your project is like something that is built by the community and somehow it evolves. But when it comes to the value, what is your project for? It's really hard to explain to somebody who is new into space what it is about, or why you choose the Kronos chain, for example, and trying to convince people getting onto your project gets them annoyed because you're coming from different chain, and if you are not describing on point, you will lose track of the audience. And that's why I also get annoyed by a lot of projects because they don't know how to promote their own projects.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. I still can't describe what the Island Thunder project is. Luckily, other people are much better at it than me. But I'm working on it. We're all working on it. What's up, Hank?
Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning. Great.
I guess I can put my hand down now. I joined originally whenever I was using the bathroom earlier, so I didn't want to talk because I felt like that would be weird. I don't know if we're on that level yet, but I guess I'll just give a different perspectives since I didn't start on the Kronos chain. I came over from ETH and from BSC, and most of my experience, before being here was actually on the token side. I really didn't get too involved with NFTs. I bought a bunch, I lost a bunch of money, and then I gave up. So, now that I'm part of Kronos and, after being here for the last 5 months, I've realized Kronos is not a token blockchain yet. It's more of an NFT blockchain, which is fine. And there's definitely, room to grow. The token side has plenty of time to grow, plenty of opportunities. But that being said, if anybody's on Kronos right now, I mean, you have to at least learn and involve yourself with the NFT stuff. And what I've come to realize through, the different levels of market research that we had to do, the different levels of learning based on, what the difference is between advertising and talking about tokens and NFTs is there's not really a large push toward the marketplaces or the trading platforms to be innovative. People are pushing for projects to be innovative, and I think that's a little bit backwards. projects can be innovative all day, but if you're still limited on how you are able to trade these, or how you're trying to bring people together in a common platform to be able to get everybody together, decide, okay, I'm going to go look at NFTs today. I got to bounce between this, and this. They all function the same way. They all take the same pretty much amount of fees. They all have their own, founder NFT that you have to buy to save fees and all this shit. It's all the same. And I really think that's where I see the fault on the Kronos side. If Kronos decided to, or Crypto.com NFT decided to accept Cro, for example, and not just USD, I think that would add an entire another layer for one, Cro in general. But at two, we're not stuck with just one or two marketplaces. There's going to be opportunities and different ways that the chain can progress. Now, since I hate how NFT marketplaces work in general right now, I'm making my own. We're currently working on a submission to the patent office on how we're going to handle NFTs. So that will be different than anything you've seen before, but it's going to take me time to build. So, we have NFT collections that we want to release for CroSwap. We have actually one coming out tomorrow with our World Cup NFTs sweepstake that Island is part of, and we're going to be using. I always butcher their name. Ebisus.
Good enough, buddy.
That'll do. Just call it eBay. eBay works.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be using them for now. Obviously, when my marketplace comes out, we'll be switching all of our collections to use that, or list on both, but probably not. But again, just from looking into their platform, looking into the different NFT places like Minted and all these other things, most of them function the exact same, and that's really where I think the marketplaces should be pushing for just as much innovative stuff as the tokens themselves or the NFTs themselves. Same thing as DEXs. I mean, before we got here, everything was a fork.
Yeah, maybe that's the vibe. Maybe we need a T-shirt that says "Quit the fork and shit."
Yeah, for real. But I mean, you look at NFT marketplaces, pretty much everything's a fork there as well, or at least the ideas are all the same. So, I mean, I think it really just comes down to, we have to be a little bit more innovative, and we have to be a little bit more open to listening to ideas from the community. I mean, because if we're just complacent, there's no reason to use Kronos in general. I mean, there's nothing innovative over here yet in terms of something that you can't get on another chain. You have a better community by far. I can say that with 100% confidence coming from BSC, but and ETH. And I think that is the massive use case for Kronos right now is the community is so tight knit, and everybody is, they want to learn, they want to be innovative. It's just we're not there yet, and until we get there, it does have a modicum of concern for everybody on the chain of, okay, what do we do until we're there? And that's what we all have to, kind of put our heads together, and that's what we're doing in these spaces. Is putting our heads together and trying to figure out a better way.
Yeah, man, because like over the past 2 hours, we've talked about this community as both a strength and a weakness, because the tightness that we have, the people that started here, and grew here, it's created very powerful bonds, but it's also why we give each other such a hard time on a daily basis.
Well, I mean, I was coming into Kronos late. We just doxed with CroSwap, But, Chronos Node, we were out here, we were trying to talk to people, and nobody would give me the light of day. Whenever I doxed and they saw, ooh, he's got a bunch of followers on Twitter, people started answering me. But that shouldn't be the case. I shouldn't have to be quote unquote popular on Twitter for people to want to take my DMs and actually listen to what I have to say.
And it definitely never used to be that way. That's the funny thing, and it didn't used to be that way. And I think you're definitely talking about the power of the community, like you said there, Alpha. Today you've spoken about the positive and negative of that. But that is the thing that I believe in this chain. I've said it loads of times. Like Hank, I came across from other chain as well, and came here, and that was the fundamental difference. And to Kazan's point as well about pitching, that was the funny thing. When I tried to pitch the Troopers pitch in Ethereum back in the day about wanting to do good stuff based around the 5 pillars, make it honest, transparent, open, learning, giving, all those positive things, I was laughed out the room because nobody in Ethereum wanted to do those things. They wanted to pump their bags and make as much money as they can and move on to the next thing, right? And it was coming to Kronos that we still had a similar laugh about it, with the pew 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 and Troopers got your back and stuff, but the message actually landed differently right from the beginning, and that was important, and I think
Troops,
it's been there the whole time.
when you came in back then, we all had money to spend, bro. So you didn't have to explain it on point. It evolved through the time.
Hey, but we still have to work hard. I still was in the space every single day.
And we needed you. We needed those 5 pillars, man. When you came in here, I'll never forget it. And people can check the tapes, because we're talking last December, and we've been recording all of this stuff. Troops came in here, and we needed those vibes. We needed the 5 pillars on Kronos. So it's really worked out.
100%. This was also a point I was highlighting to Troops. I like the 5 pillars. Somehow we all have it in us, but we are not announcing it that we are going this way. Sorry, Crypto Danny. Let me go, please, to CroSwap. Is it okay if I ask you also a question, CroSwap?
Yeah, people can ask me anything. I don't care.
Yeah. Cool. So did I get it right that you are building also a marketplace, NFT marketplace now?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just a personal question for myself. I have now committed to 2 years on Minted, for example, and I had some switching costs going from Ibiza's Bay over there and also trying out. And so far, I'm happy with Minted. And what would be the utilities that your NFT marketplace would highlight or distinguish from the other ones that I should make these switching costs to also come over to your product, because you're not the first one?
So inherently, we won't charge you anything to switch over or anything like that. It'll just be dev costs of what it would take on your side. Just like the exchange, we're building a migration tool through the NFT marketplace, same way we are for liquidity for exchanges. I mean, we don't charge anything for listings. I think the chain is too new to tax projects in order to do that. I mean, no one has the capital to do that right now anyways. And we did our own private raise to fund everything, so that we didn't have to sell tokens. We didn't have to charge people anything. I mean, we're just building and going from there. So it won't cost you anything other than your time cost of moving it. The unique aspects, I have to keep most of that to myself, because again, we are in the process of applying for a patent. It is not just incentives that separate CroSwap from other NFT marketplaces, but we are going to be the first to facilitate trades in a brand new way. It is not just, you list an NFT and then you buy it with Cro and that's it. Or, it's not just about sweeping floors. It's completely separate from anything that has ever existed. So I can't go into specifics about that yet. Once we are approved, or at least pending, I can go into more details about the actual functionality of trades. but some of the other aspects that I can go into discussion with is there is, there's minted, and then there's Ebisus. I'm just gonna call it eBay. And there's eBay and there's minted, and they are missing a few very basic quality of life features that I think should be on every marketplace that most marketplaces in general don't have. Not just Kronos, but we're going to be heavily focusing on making user input as well as just ease of use the absolute top priority. We want to make it dumbed down even further than what an NFT marketplace is right now. I mean, I don't want people to come to our platform and have to figure out what an NFT is or how they work or anything like that. I want it to be a one-stop shop, a few button clicks, walk you through completely. I mean, we're going to be heavily hitting on the interactive tutorial aspects. We're going to have an entire educational HUD, same way that we're implementing it on CroSwap for the DEX. And then we're going to be focusing on different feature sets that also don't exist on Kronos yet. Alongside those, we'll have the defaults like NFT launch pads. We'll actually offer a service, which we're going to be doing on CroSwap as well, where we'll actually build your smart contracts for you. If a project doesn't know what they're doing, we'll offer that service of being able to supply at least default basic contracts or advanced contracts if we're hired out to do so, that have certain levels of security already built into them. We'll have certain requirements built into it. We're doing several aspects of security, which we'll actually be releasing more information on in general over the next week. But yeah, plenty of different things.
Oh boy, you make me to follow you all the way up. And also, I'm very curious now about the new way of trading. And will it be easier? Can you just hint on it? Will it be easier, or will it just give more benefits at the end?
So I don't want to isolate the NFT community who are already affiliated with the education of how it works right now. So we are building it in a way where you can do exactly what you can do right now on every other NFT marketplace. That's just not our main visible trading aspect. It will be on the site. You'll still be able to do things like other marketplaces, but our goal is to make it where it actually makes sense. Right now, it's very bare bones, basic for all the marketplaces that exist, and there's not much customization for trades. And I think that's the only hint that I'll give for that. It's completely different than how you've done it in the past. It should be very, very easier to get what you want out of trades. But again, I can't go into.
I see your point, and Alpha, this is exactly what I mean. Like, if you listen for a longer time to a person and what they're up for with the project, then you will probably even be more convinced about it than just listening to the first sentences of a pitch. And
that's why I love these spaces, man. That's why I can't stop running them, and why I can't end them sometimes, because there's just too much good information here.
Yeah, the point is like, if you go to a pitching or something with your startup, you always have a handout with you, and somehow I miss it with some projects that they have the opportunity just to pin it up, and some people like to read, some people like to listen, and some people like to listen back on YouTube or something. And
yeah, I mean,
at the beginning I was like, oh damn, another marketplace, CroSwap, come on, please. And now that you're telling me about a new way of trading, I don't know. So far, I'm happy with the trading mechanisms that are out there. But you never know.
Yeah, I
There's
mean, look what
always
they did with the
new
decks,
ways.
right? Like, I didn't know what to expect, and I just yesterday started exploring the new functionalities in the farms and how you can choose how long you're going to lock something up for, and get rewarded back differently. This is
Well,
new. This is
speaking of
cool.
differently, that's our previous farm update was a small boy update compared to the next one. That only took us 2 days to write and fully test and release. Our next update is much more intuitive. It is allowing for our user base to create their own investment strategies throughout the platform. That will be my hint in how that will work. But let's just say
So, like,
farms are
safe and
not.
aggressive, like that kind of thing.
Yes, those will be taken into consideration. Farms are not singular anymore. That's my hint.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Danny, Voodoo, and then Heroes. Danny, he's doing other things. Voodoo, what's up?
Go ahead, Danny. Are you ready?
Oh, he's here.
I love to rock.
Danny boy.
Look, I bought myself a chair.
Nice, it's beautiful.
It's just my size. Can you go roll one so I can have
Yeah,
one?
I'll roll one up.
Yeah, roll one up, bro.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
You guys can hear me? Oh, sweet. I didn't know. I can't tell what's going on because my thing's all buggy right now. But like, yeah, I gotta roll one up.
All right, he's rolling one. Voodoo, what's up?
I think Hank pretty much spilled the beans. And FYI, Hank, there is actually a protocol on Chronos, been here since April, just not a lot of marketing. That does the NFT swap. CroRare, you want to check them out, crorare.com. They'll allow you to do either NFT to NFT, multiple NFTs to one NFT, different collections. You can include tokens. You can create trades. Right now, it's still going through its beta phase, so it's free. You just pay the gas fees. But I'd love to see what your take on that concept is, and how you're implementing it. There's plenty of room for competition here, and we're all early. Like you're not late at all, buddy. There's plenty of room to competition. Like I'd love to dig more into it with you. I think you're going to be on our AMA Saturday, so that's probably maybe we can bring the Crow Rare guys in and do a little comparison. But yeah, if you look around, and I think but they've been promising this for a while, I have to admit, of bringing that swap feature. They actually brought that up right before they did the last update with their profiles and all of that. That was supposed to come before the profile updates, and we all remember when that took place. But they should have a swap feature coming, and it makes sense, right? Why limit what I can trade for what? And it's going to allow you to set the market value for your assets. Because right now, with most marketplaces, the only thing you can use to evaluate your asset is Crow. Sometimes you get into the situations where you're able to use MAN or another native token of the DEX, but for the most part, Crow. So let me trade NFTs just like I trade baseball cards, just like I trade comic cards. It only makes sense.
Yeah, man, this card for this card. And we got people all the time coming in here like, oh, I got to sell this so I can get this, and that would fix all that.
Yeah, in regard to my Crow comment, I just meant that crypto.com, the NFT platform, should accept Crow as well, giving it a whole new aspect. But that is really cool. I didn't know they existed. That's a very minuscule part of what we're adding.
Yep.
Sorry, what?
Crowrare.com, they've been here since April. But they just haven't been able to get the marketing push to bring enough eyes on the platform. It's completely free. I use it all the time. Even when I'm moving, the best use case I found for it actually was with the Boomerang Mint because each one of the components are actually individual contracts. So when you're moving, let's say a door, a bed, and windows, you can only move all the doors at once, or all the windows at once, all the beds at once. So on
Yep.
ProRare, I can go and put everything into one trade, throw some meerkats in there if I want, and then I can do two kinds of trades. So I could do a market trade, or in situations when I'm just moving things from one wallet to another, I just do a partner trade and I put the address of the only other wallet that can interact with this trade. So no one comes in and interacts with the trade that I'm doing with myself, right? Or if I do have a specific trade that I'm having with someone else, with let's say Alpha, and I'm trying to get 40,000 Thunder from him for whatever amount of Pro, it's a great deal. I don't want anyone else to interact with it. I can just put his wallet address as the partner trade, and only he will be able to interact with that trade. And then once it's done, it's all trustless. So no custodial is happening at any point until the trade is agreed on, and then everything gets traded through a smart contract. So it's trustless, it's non-custodial, um, solves a lot of problems. It's a great freaking product. Just no one knows about it. It's like the
Right?
biggest
We've
secret
talked
on
about it
Chronos
in
right now.
here
Yeah.
a couple of times, maybe a dozen times since April, and that's a shame because, like you're saying, it's a utility that was necessary, that was built, and the only reason we're not using it more is lack of promotion or communication. Really, in the end, we're working on
Yeah.
it. We're getting there.
Yeah. With that, you know, similar to them, we will be offering a similar mechanic, but that is only a very, very small part of the bigger picture of what we're doing. But I mean, I'm glad they exist. That's really cool. Definitely use them until until ours is out.
Are you in the
I
tub,
mean,
bro? I
these guys
thought.
are really cool,
Huh?
buddy. If you
No,
do,
no.
they're
I
also in our
start every
Discord.
morning in a hot tub.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
also
that's
in our
nice.
Discord with you.
That's nice.
So just hit them up. Master Saint and Tim, they're both in our Discord. Hit them up. They'll help you build it. Like these guys are really down to earth. They're really great builders, really consensus, and like I trust these guys like completely. They're great people to work with.
Nice.
Suddenly, I'm sore. Suddenly, I feel old and sore, and it's because Hank starts his day in a hot tub, and now I have that frame of reference to start my day
Tub
off.
or a sauna.
I,
That's the way
I
to do it.
I started this literally. I started this a month ago. I've had this hot tub for a year and I never used it. I always forgot about it. I would get in and we have really bad mosquitoes because I have a pond in my backyard. So I never get in at night. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start using this thing. So I got in the morning and wake up at 7 or 8. Today I'm in it late because I had husband duties to do. But I got in. I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn the jets on. I'm going to just sit here for 30 minutes and I'm going to join a Twitter space. That's what I
And
do
make
every
it a
morning.
daily thing. That's what's up. That's
Every morning I hop in here when I can, or I have a meeting and I do my first meeting or my first Twitter space in the hot tub. And my back thanks me.
that sounds awesome, dude. Heroes, I see you, bro. What's up?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of time that goes in between speakers, and
Yeah, I'm working on it.
yeah, it doesn't. But it kind of changed what I was gonna say like 1,000 times now. But I was gonna say a lot of stuff that Voodoo was gonna say as well. There's a lot of markets out there already. I think you need to take a little bit of time to take a look into the Web3 of Chronos. There's a lot of awesome marketplaces that they need a little bit more of ads and to start, doing AMAs and putting themselves out there. But yeah, I'm intrigued with what new things you're gonna bring, but I haven't heard anything new so far because like I said, there's a lot of marketplace. They each have their own unique thing. Um, and I think they're like Crowware is really awesome. One thing that Voodoo forgot to mention is that you can actually mix up tokens with different NFTs in exchange to a different NFT. in there as well, and you can live comment and speak with the trader. So that is something new as well. But there's a lot of marketplaces out there building that are doing awesome things that I think you guys should take a little bit of insight and look into them because they are all trying to be the better guys. But yeah, I haven't seen anything new so far since a few months ago. So hopefully we get something new from you.
There's a
And
lot
that's
of new stuff
crazy,
on the
buddy.
horizon, bro. We got
That's crazy. I forget about that. I'm sorry, Alpha. I forgot
no, what?
about that.
Go ahead.
These guys are giving all these features for free. They built this thing on their own time with their own dollar and just put it out there. Like, here, use it, test it, show me what I'm doing wrong, show me what's wrong with it. And we did. Like, the team originally went on and like just tested it and tested it and tested it even before it came out in beta. And now it's just been sitting in beta because they're just trying to find every flaw possible. Like, how can we make this better? How can we evolve this?
Yeah, I
Um,
thought I heard Heroes say that they need more ads before they can come on AMAs, and I didn't get that part.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. These guys are they're devs. These are the type of guys that are happy sitting in a room and building you God. But they're the marketing and communications, it's not exactly their strong. They're great people. They're very intelligent individuals, but they're just not the person that's going to go out there and either sell or explain this product
So
for you.
connecting them with people like you or the round table, I mean, like
Yes,
that's the
that's kind
magic.
of like the direction we're trying to take them. But it's just a process. I've been trying to like I got the BDM launch pad going. So they built a launch pad just so BDM could launch their NFT off of it. you know Now they're building verified distribution, so and that's just so brain dead monkeys can use that capability. And they're building a wallet for Chronos. Like, these guys just sit around and just create stuff and just like, here, just tell me where I went wrong, tell me how I can make it better.
No, that's what's
So
up
they're a
because
great
that's
asset
one
to the
thing that we
community.
haven't heard people do. Right? We've
Yeah.
got the DeFi wallet, and nobody has come around and said, "Hey, this is the Chronos wallet that we just built." So I'm psyched to
That's
see
actually
that,
it's
man.
already been tested. Right now, it's only available for Android. We're finding some kinks in it, but that's the thing about working with these teams. When I test it, because I can only test it on my Android, and when I test it for them and I find a problem, I send them a message. Within a few hours, it's been resolved. You know, um, they had a new feature that they added, which is allowing you to have in-app advertisement. So the example they used was the board candy mint. By the time they had it built and functioning, the mint was over. But now we can use it for other mints or other platforms. It allows you to actually not only have an ad, but when you click on the ad, you're minting directly from the wallet. As of right now, crazily, it doesn't require a confirmation, but I'm trying to work them through the process of, you can basically click mint and it'll just
So it
mint it
starts off
from
in
your wallet.
expert mode. Yeah, no confirmations for you.
Yeah, so I don't know how I don't know how sure I am about that.
It's cool.
I'd like to
We'll
I
get there.
mean, yeah, we're getting there.
I'm still just like super pumped that we're still in this stage because I'm enjoying it. I'm
It's
enjoying this.
funny. It's funny you mentioned a wallet. I was just saying this like a few days ago to our team. I was like, not necessarily that I want another wallet, but I want a new MetaMask type of aspect where you can use wallet provider through your browser that's directly um, aimed toward Kronos, and do a few new features that we're toying around with to be able to do our larger picture for croswap. So it was something that we're personally diving into, but I am glad that other people are looking into creating more ease of access through like wallets and things like that.
Definitely. And speaking of ease of access, and just to make a final point before Danny closes us out today, I'm here for these projects. Like, I honestly, I don't want to hear that shit anymore in here about like we can't get the word out, because we've been doing free AMAs in here for a year, and this has nothing to do with the sponsorships. We've had 16 projects and platforms sponsor the Jungle and Coffee and Cro, and all 16 of them are still here and operational and productive. And that's not financial advice. I'm just saying this operation runs like a machine for a reason. And I need all of you to tell these projects that are just made up of devs who don't talk to anybody that they can come in here and have AMAs. And there's absolutely nothing holding them back. There is no barrier to entry. There is a microphone button on everybody's bottom left screen. This is an even playing field. And if I have to break that down every single day for everybody, that's what I'll do. Because nobody's above anybody here. So let's make the most of it. Danny?
Hey, just to close it out quickly, I just want to say a couple of things now that I can talk. With the minted platform, like it's gonna take a lot for like another like NFT, let's say ecosystem to come up and like intrigue me to like move my assets away from there, because like they're paying me and like I get to keep custodial rights of my contract. So like, I mean, that's win-win. The other thing is, when we go with this like cross-pollination stuff and we go into other like spaces and stuff like that, like all those people have been exposed to like Al Chimpone like months before like any of us have been in there, so like they don't want to hear what we got to say because like they all got a bad taste in their mouths anyway. Besides that, like just like remember, brush your teeth, drink your water. We do this every day, and we'll be back at 420. And like I'm all rolled up to my wife, we're good to go.
Nailed it. Nice work, Danny. We missed one thing, and that's own your keys, own your crypto. Don't tell your seed phrase to anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DeFi. Please don't ever forget that shit. We can only look after you when you're in here, and that's 4 hours out of the day. The other 20 are up to you. So write it down on a piece of paper. Don't tell it to anybody, and then show other people how to do this shit, because it is not easy. That is onboarding. That is the move. And yeah, like Danny said, we'll be right back.
Hey, Alpha, do you got a bit of time to call me after this one?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right.
Talk to you in a bit.
Talk to y'all later. Crofam for life. Go.